All right, we live.
All right, peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday, noon Eastern Standard Time to talk basketball and the GOAT conversation. So we're here again. We have another great episode for you guys as we will be talking the NBA Finals and Denver Nuggets taking full control of the finals over my Miami Heat. We'll also be having our special segment of exposing GJK as we have Shiloh here from Facebook. Shout out to Shiloh. Say what's up.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, Brandon will be on shortly. As usual, guys, we are live on our YouTube channel, so y'all make sure to check out the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also hit the membership and see what the perks are for being a member of the GOAT James Kingdom crew. We got Brandon here with everybody. So again, today's topic will be the finals. We're going to talk about exposing GOAT James Kingdom because Shiloh and several others are going to show up. Like we said, there's going to be a segment we're going to try to do weekly. And then we're also going to end the show with talking about LeBron James year 20, whether or not that actually hurt his legacy or did it help his legacy with all that happened this past year with LeBron James, especially with them getting knocked out, by sweep. We hear that's the big thing right now. So we want to thank Shiloh for coming up, man. Thanks for showing up, brother. What's good, man?
Nothing much, brother. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Yeah, man.
No
We
problem,
appreciate
man.
you, man. We appreciate you. Now, which Facebook group do we be arguing on? Because I don't think you're a member of GOAT James Kingdom in Facebook.
Nah, I think it's NBA something or another, but y'all pop up in there a lot, so I see. I mean, it's on my timeline. I should join. No, I can't join King James. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, don't feel bad. Shout out to everybody else though that is a member of GOAT James Kingdom in Facebook, whether you like us or not. We are definitely growing there. Catch us on TikTok. You can also catch us on Twitter and IG. We got accounts there as well. Shout out to everybody that's already on the panel right now. We got A Weezy Bang. Shout out to A Weezy Bang. Y'all make sure to hit
Good,
the
Bang.
nation. Shout out to Dawn Marie. Thank you for saying, we got our members. We got Zero in the house. We got Crash. Twin Man is in the building. What up, Twin Man? Twin Man said there's another victim.
I see that.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So again, y'all, we are here like we always do. We tell you we don't run. This is why GOAT James Kingdom exists. We're gonna have a respectful conversation about the GOAT of basketball. And Shiloh is a Michael Jordan advocate, so he will come up and step to the plate today. Hopefully, he can do better than the last two suspects that came up. Did you get a chance to watch those shows there, Shiloh? Did you see?
I did.
Did you see
y'all,
them?
y'all did them wrong, man.
We did them wrong. They did themselves wrong.
They did them wrong, man.
Hey, all we did was give them a platform to tell us why Michael Jordan's the GOAT. You can do a better job, you will have a chance. But before we get to that, we can talk about the game, right? I mean, it is finals time. I like to get it out of the way. My team needs some help. We need somebody to start shooting some jumpers and hitting some shots. It's 3-1. Denver Nuggets are looking like it's a clear shot. It looks like they're going to end it Monday night. Objectively, I have nothing to say, but other than that, Denver is the better team. They've obviously played better. They've done better. They're just a better team. Jokic is incredible. Murray's incredible. Their role players are stepping up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a miracle for my team to win. I'm still believing them. I still believe we can win 3 in a row.
That's so funny. Yeah, this series should be over. It's good. The Heat just ran out of gas. That's all that is.
Oh, it's tough, man. It's tough.
They're not able to close.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Max Strus and Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson, and they're not hitting their shots as much as they were hitting. Caleb and Martin as well. But in my mind, I'm thinking, well, they're exerting a lot more on defense. That's why. So it's just affecting them on the offensive side of the ball as well. So it's kind of like they have to play good on defense. They have to play good on offense. And the shots are not falling in and their shots are falling. They look really good, man. They just look good, man. What you think of the final so far, Shiloh?
Honestly, I thought it'd be 5-1 Nuggets anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought at least this last game would have been closer. And, they'd have spent all the emotions and all of that out of that, trying to win this last one, lose by a couple points instead of 10 or 11, and then get, blown out the last game. Nothing against your team. I'm just saying that's just the way it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jimmy Buckets look like he's balling by himself. Bam shows up every once in a while. Then you got your bench players who they'll play 30, 40, 30, 35 minutes, giving 6 points. I mean, you can't have that. Yeah. The Nuggets, I mean, they're just a better overall team, not better talent, not more talented. just a better team. It's looked like they've been playing with each other forever, but I mean, y'all might squeeze out Monday. I don't know. You might, but you're not gonna win the series.
It might go 6. It might go 6.
Yeah,
but I doubt it'll go over 6.
Well, zero. My dog Zero say Heat in 7. I'm with you. 0 Heat in 7 is still Biscayne in June. Hey, Weezy Bang already said it's gonna be in 5. So I know a lot of people say it's over in 5.
I think it's 5, bro.
Sorry. Yeah, but as a fan, like I told you, as a fan, you don't.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't have to be objective as a fan. So forget y'all. Heat in 7.
Bro, I'm a diehard Saints fan, so I know what it feels like to lose. Trust me. Y'all might.
Hey, listen, we don't got LeBron. Only LeBron could come back from a 1-3 deficit. So
man, you know what?
All right. So I mean, the rest of the panel hasn't showed up yet. Hopefully, some more folks show up. We should have Craig. I don't believe Ralph is going to show up. Ralph has been taking care.
You know, Craig always late.
Well, no, Ralph is really a star now. Ralph is really a star now. Y'all don't understand. Ralph is a TikTok star.
Yeah, Ralph's
he's
the man.
big time on TikTok now. He don't got time for Goat James Kingdom no more.
Ralph is the man now.
Nah, Ralph is good. It's all G with Ralph, man. But we're gonna let Shiloh get the floor, man. Shiloh, as you heard, we're giving Michael Jordan fans a chance to truly tell us why Michael Jordan is the GOAT, because obviously we can't figure it out. We don't know it, right? So we're GOAT James Kingdom. LeBron is the GOAT. That's our stance. We can explain that, but we want people to explain why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. So you have 5 reasons, 5 minutes, and
be less than that.
All right. But let me just show you how. Let me just tell you how it goes. So you could spend 1 whole minute talking about one topic, or you could fit 10 things into 1 minute. So it should be easy. I don't think anyone made it to like the 5 minutes because they stop at the 3.
Yeah,
3 segments. So you know it's cool. So it's your floor right now. Go ahead, Johnny. You got the timer?
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
Wait. Before you start the timer, Max, are you guys talk about you say Michael Jordan the GOAT as the GOAT of the NBA?
Yeah. Why is Jordan
or is he why he above LeBron James?
No. Why Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player?
You guys don't
all
believe
time.
It's LeBron
over everybody. All time means everyone. So you have to explain why he's the GOAT of basketball. It should be easy if he's the GOAT. So that would be it. So we got Travis in the building.
Let me know when y'all ready.
Yes, once you start, I will start the timer. So
bet. All right. Michael Jordan's the GOAT for the NBA for number 1. He's got the highest PPG in the playoffs, in regular season, and in the finals. No one comes close. Not y'all GOAT, not Will. Anybody you can think of don't have his numbers. Number 2, he plays both sides of the ball. Phenomenal on offense, phenomenal on defense. You can't be the GOAT if you can't play both sides of the ball. I don't care who you are. Third thing, he's a winner. Plain and simple. Other people maybe have more final rings, but there's not one that has dominated an entire decade where other players didn't win, where he stopped Hall of Famers from winning. Number 4, if you talk about impact, no NBA players had more impact than Michael Jordan internationally. He made basketball pretty and sexy for other countries outside of America. They say Bird and Magic saved the NBA. Probably true. But Michael Jordan took it overseas, made it popular. Look at the dude's merchandise. He's still selling over $200 million worth of tennis shoes.
That's 1
20
minute.
years.
That's 1 minute.
That's 1 minute. All right. So Michael Jordan is the GOAT because he's popular. We all get that. You're like,
that ain't what I say.
He sell merchandise overseas. He's very popular. You know, we understand that. Michael Jordan has the highest points per game. Yeah, he's not the greatest scorer of all time.
He doesn't have the highest points in the finals.
He does have the highest points.
He doesn't have the highest points in the finals. So that was.
Are
wrong.
you?
He
does. You say LeBron is the greatest scorer?
He is the greatest scorer in NBA history.
You need one game. Let's say the 30. How many points LeBron gonna get you?
It depends because LeBron's number 1 in points,
1,300
and he's number 4 in assists. LeBron is going to do everything.
101.
LeBron James didn't
it shows LeBron is the greatest scorer of all time.
Points every game
it does not.
He just scored 27 points every game he's played. He hasn't scored 27 points every game he's played.
He's a great scorer.
And Jordan scored how many?
Was that?
How many has Jordan scored every game?
Less than LeBron.
32,292 points is what Jordan scored.
LeBron has scored 27 points every game. How many has Jordan scored?
No, he has not. That is the average of his total games played compared to his total points scored. LeBron has not scored 27 points in every game he's played. 27 points listen, 27 points per game is an average of his total points scored and total games played. LeBron James did not score 27 points each NBA game he's played.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is his career average is 27. That's what you
yes,
can
that
expect
is
him
his
to get
career
you.
average. That's his career
Right?
average. No, you can expect him to get you anything. It depends on the situations, like you said.
It does not depend on the situation.
Yes, it does. Because Jordan didn't score 30 points every game.
His average is 30.
His average is 30 because he scored 32,292 points out of
over 1,000 games. He has averaged over 30 points. No one has averaged higher. Nobody. Playoffs, it goes up to 33.
The same. Him and
Wilt Chamberlain
actually, they don't. Wilt actually averages 30.07. You want to round up to 30.1? That's on you.
No.
You just said no one averages over 30 points. It's cool. It's cool. We understand. We understand.
30.1.
Michael Jordan averaged the most points. LeBron is the greatest scorer in NBA history.
You can't be the regular scorer not averaging the most points. Sorry.
He's the greatest scorer. Greatest means the highest. He has the most points of all time.
So is Kobe a top 5 scorer? So is Kobe a top 5 scorer to you?
Is Karl Malone a better scorer than Michael Jordan?
Yes, he has more points.
For a career,
that's the end of that right there.
Shiloh, is Kobe Bryant a top 5 scorer?
That's dead.
Is Kobe Bryant a top 5 scorer?
I'm gonna tell you, if you think Karl Malone's a better scorer than Jordan,
no, is Kobe Bryant a top 5 scorer?
Is Kobe Bryant a top 5 scorer of all time?
Is Karl Malone a better scorer than Michael Jordan?
We said yes.
For a career, he has more points.
Yes.
Think you're wrong.
Okay, answer our question. Is Kobe Bryant a top 5 scorer of all time?
What's his career average? 25?
25 points per game.
Is that in the top 5?
No, it's not.
There you go.
Okay, so is Elgin Baylor a top 5 scorer of all time?
What's his career average?
27.
Is that in the top 5?
Yes.
You see where I'm going with this? You gonna
keep asking me.
Keep telling me the same thing.
So that makes Elgin Baylor's a top 5 scorer on your list.
His career, 25. If he's averaging 27 a game,
yes.
If he's in the top 5, he's in the top 5.
Okay, so that makes him a better scorer than Kobe, correct?
That game in and game out. Yes, it does.
So, you're standing 10 toes down.
Is Luka Doncic the second greatest scorer in postseason history?
No, because his career hasn't been
all
long
right.
enough.
All right, okay. Let's go on. Let's go to the second round because you don't even believe what you say. Let's go to the second round. Let's go to the second round.
All right, you got a second chance.
What we do.
Yeah,
I don't need a second chance.
Go to the
I already
second round.
killed you. With the minute you say Karl Malone's a better scorer than Jordan, y'all are dead in the water. Period. Nobody in this world would agree with that. Nobody other than the people on this.
Okay,
program.
so your only case is that Michael Jordan averaged the most points of all time. Is that what you're saying? That's why he's a GOAT? Because he averaged more points of all time?
Well, he also said something else about dominating a decade. Who dominated a decade more than Bill Russell?
I gave 4 things before y'all cut me off.
No, we cut you off at a minute.
None of them.
I gave 4 different things before you cut me off.
I mean, say none of them.
Done yet.
Plus, Michael Jordan is the greatest. That's what we're saying.
Okay, so number 2. Here goes. So here goes his second minute. You ready for your second minute?
Go.
Whenever you're ready.
I thought I was giving 5.
When you start. The second reason.
You said Michael Jordan is more popular, so that's the GOAT, and he averaged more points per game. Neither of that makes him the GOAT. But you could go for your second round.
You break it up. I don't.
Is that him breaking up or we're breaking up?
Yeah, that's him breaking up. That's
you're
you breaking
up, Shiloh. It's not us. It's you.
Can you hear us?
Hello? Yeah, okay, you back.
You back. Yeah, we back.
Right.
We can hear you now. So it's like, okay, this is what you said. You said points per game. You said impact on the league as far as changing the game and making it global, which is the popularity part that Brandon's talking about.
Popular.
You said that he dominated it for a decade, which I brought up that he didn't dominate a decade longer than or better than Bill Russell did. Okay. And then you brought up so those are 3 things. What were the other 2 things you said?
Yeah, I know. We confused too.
You tell me.
We all confused.
Obviously, you weren't listening.
Yeah, we all confused.
No, I was listening.
Yeah, we all confused. Like,
you
we don't know
all in one. You shoved it all in one thing. I was going to write it down.
What are you confused about?
Well, for one, I'm confused on how you think he dominated a decade more than Bill Russell.
Well, you did. You just said I had to break. You said give you 5 reasons. That's what I was doing.
Okay, so
you stopped me at 4.
No, we didn't.
No, we stopped you after a minute.
We stopped you after a minute.
Now it's your second round.
Okay, so what were the 4 things? Let's make sure we get this correct. We want to make sure we get this correct, Shiloh. What was the 4 things? You said points per game, correct? Points per game was 1, correct?
And when I said he dominated the 90s, I also said, write them down. Number 1, highest scoring in regular points per game, regular season.
Okay, we got that. We got that.
playoffs, and finals.
discussed that.
No
and
one's
he's
close
popular.
to
Not the finals. He does not average the
He's
most.
not
in the
that
Write
finals.
them
having
down.
the
Calm down,
finals.
Brandon.
He does not
have
average the
in
most in the finals, Shiloh. He does not average the most in the finals.
You might
It's
want to
Rick
double
Barry.
check. Second thing
Yeah.
was
we already know this.
second.
Okay.
What's the minimum amount of games? What's the minimum amount
Your
of games?
career.
Well, if
Your
we do
career.
that
Four
for
finals
career,
games
it's
is not how
1,200.
you do that.
And let's
You have
do
to have a min.
1,200. Let's
How
do
many?
1,200.
What's y'all minimum?
Let's do 1,200.
Or what? A finals or our career total?
Because why you want to limit the games to the
No.
finals?
Y'all saying he don't average the most in the finals. What is the
He
minimum?
He doesn't.
There is no minimum. The
There's no minimum.
is
What you did in the
It's your
finals.
average. That's it.
Why would you limit what you did in the finals? That don't make any sense.
Why are you
Games you have.
limiting it?
So
Play
are you trying to get Jordan bonus points? I don't understand.
for you guys to understand who.
Why
Who has
you're breaking in and out,
the
Shiloh?
highest
Your
average?
internet is really
No.
bad. Shiloh, your internet's really bad. We can't hear you. You're breaking in and
So
out.
you want to eliminate games because someone didn't play more than Jordan. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
That's
I didn't
funny,
hear nothing
right,
you
Brandon?
said.
No, because it's your Shiloh.
I
We
didn't hear
can't
nothing you
hear you.
said.
I know, but we can't hear
I'm just
you
saying
as well.
you
You're
want
breaking in and out.
to eliminate someone because they didn't play enough more games than Jordan in the finals. Like I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think y'all listen.
Okay.
I say, what is the minimum
said what's-
amount of games? The minimum amount of games you
finals.
guys will allow.
A finals, an entire
So
finals.
if
I
you play
won't allow
four
anything.
final-
We're going off
four final games.
Well,
the NBA
whatever
doesn't do
they
that.
play in the finals.
Huh? The NBA doesn't
When-
do that.
The
They
NBA doesn't do that.
If
They
you
don't.
go
They
to
have
the
a
most
minimum.
points per
minimum.
game in the finals, it's not going to be Michael
What's-
Jordan.
What's
It's
the
not going
minimum
to be
there?
Michael Jordan,
What is the
Shiloh.
minimum for the
That's what I'm
NBA?
asking you.
Tell us what's the minimum for the NBA.
There
We're
is
already
none. We
saying there's
told
no
you.
minimum.
We just told you
So
there's
And I'm
none.
telling you
why are you
there
asking
is.
us?
And I'm
Which
telling you
is
there
Well,
what
what
is
is
it?
it? What is
15
it?
games. 15.
Where?
1-5.
Who told you there was 15 games? Show us where the NBA says it's 15 games.
NBA.com. Look it up.
Okay, let's go there now.
Now, the second thing I said was being the best player on both sides of the ball. You got to play defense and offense since it's a part of the NBA, right?
So you're saying he's the best two-way
Nope.
player of all time?
No player in NBA history has had the defensive impact and offensive impact every year in the NBA. None.
False.
Who?
What you mean? How? What are you determining?
Where are
by?
you getting
I
this
said
from?
who?
Like how
Well,
you
what are you
determining
You
this?
determining?
said
this
false.
about?
No.
How many years
You
is Jordan
said
was
false.
a two-way player?
You said false. I
It's
said
false.
who?
That's what I'm saying. False. Kobe Bryant,
No.
Tim Duncan,
No.
Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain.
No.
Yes. Why
None
not?
of those-
No. Why?
none of
Why
those-
not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
None of those players has the same amount of leading the league in scoring and being on defensive teams. None of them.
So you're going off a
What
point.
are you talking about?
Going
What does
for
leading
game?
scoring have to do with being a two-way player? You don't have to be a leading scorer to be
You
a
don't
two-way
have
player.
to average. You don't have to shoot the ball 30 times a
That's what I'm
game to be a
saying. What
two-way
are
I
you
want
player.
you to hear what I
about?
said. Try and listen
You said being
to
a
hear.
two-way player.
I didn't
Jordan's
say
not
two-way
a better
player.
defender. Jordan's
didn't
not a
say
better
that.
defender.
Didn't say a two-way player.
Yes, you did.
Okay,
You said
okay,
a
go.
two-way
Okay,
player.
I
okay.
said
Say it
no
again. Say it
NBA
again.
player has had the more dominant side on the offensive side while dominating on the defensive side. That's not.
Tim
I'm not talking about a two-way player.
How
I'm
was
talking about a
Jordan
player.
dominant on the defensive side of the basketball?
You
You
got to
just
listen,
can't
bro.
say blanket statements and just believe someone's going to believe
Exactly.
it.
Then
How
listen.
was-
Let me
How is
answer.
he that? You said 9. Kobe has 9 all defensive selections.
Kobe
has
has
0 steals per
9 first teams, 12
championships, too.
all NBA
Chris
teams.
Paul has 8 all defensive or 9 or 10 all defensive selections and 6 steals.
Match him with his offense. Match him with the offense. So Kobe has 9 all
assist
defensive.
titles. He has assist titles. He
9
has assist titles.
Are you listening?
Uh-huh.
He doesn't. Are you listening?
Mhm.
Okay. Match it with how many points he had per game, how many times he led the NBA in scoring with defensive greatness. No
They
player
didn't-
has done that like Jordan.
They
None.
did
9
not
times leading
have,
the NBA.
they did not have the same players to compete for the scoring title.
Oh
so you
my
can't
God.
use scoring
What's that?
titles to say that he's a better offensive player. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Are you
you're saying
serious?
that Jordan's a better offensive player because he won scoring titles. Jordan could win a
I'm
scoring
saying
title.
Jordan's a
averaging
better
28
offensive player
points per
because he
game.
averaged more points too.
Okay,
So
he
you're
averaged more
basically saying
points.
Jordan is a better offensive scorer than the defensive players that you're talking about.
No.
That's what you're saying.
That's all you're saying.
That's all you're saying.
Kobe's
That's
an
what you
offensive, great offensive player.
Are you done?
Kobe's averaging 27 points per game when he's
averaging
all
25.
NBA all defensive first team.
He's averaging 25.
No.
The point is,
when he's
all defensive
you're using
first.
Jordan's points per game for his career isn't 10 scoring titles. You're using each year. You're saying every year. When Kobe was winning 9 all defensive first selections, he was averaging 27 points per game, 28 points per game.
Jordan
so Kobe was still
32.
putting up
What
great numbers. And mind you, Kobe wasn't shooting as much as Jordan was shooting. He didn't take as many shots as Jordan. He gets more assists than Jordan.
He
has more assists than Jordan. So assists don't count in
shot
passing. Is assists a part of offense?
Simple thing is you just think Michael Jordan is the greatest two-way player of all time. There's no
Michael Jordan is the
evidence.
There's no metrics that you can use to say that he's a better offensive player.
You're just saying it. That's all that.
You just eliminated assists. You just said assist is not an offensive stat, Shiloh.
I didn't say that.
Everything is recorded. I'm gonna ask you clear again. Is an assist an offensive stat?
Assist happens on offense, yes.
Oh, so that's a part of your offense. So if somebody has more assists than you, that's a part of being offensively correct. No,
oh God.
So
it's like
your assists don't count on your offensive.
That's like saying John Stockton is the greatest offensive player ever. That's stupid. Shut up.
No, he's one. He's
one of them. He's one of them.
He's one of the greatest. Yes, he averages 10 assists per game. How is he not a great offensive player?
He's a great point guard.
Your assists are based off of another player scoring. Offense is not just scoring, Shiloh.
Offense 10 assists is scoring.
20 points. 10 assists is 20 points. 13 points per game. That's 33 points per game that he's giving you. That is offense.
For who?
What you mean? That's what he does for his career. He averaged 13 points.
That's not counted as his offense, son. That's not.
How's it not counted as you just said again? So assists don't count as offense. You're disagreeing with me. Assists don't count as offense. That's what you're just saying.
This is why I don't.
But you want to count steals for defense.
Are you done? Because you got to let me answer. You keep talking over me. It's not going to work.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, you done?
Yes, I'm done.
I'm not going to cut you off.
Okay, go ahead.
This isn't hockey. Assists don't count toward a person's total points, period. This isn't hockey. You don't get half a point for passing the ball to somebody else. Assists only matter with the person that scores it. That's his offense.
So are you saying assists have nothing to do with an offensive impact of a player? Did you
just not hear what I said?
No, I did hear what you're saying. You're not answering the question, Shiloh. Answer the question. It's a simple question. Is an assist a part of offense or not?
I already answered that.
Yes or no? Is it or not?
I already answered that.
Well, you didn't answer it again because you said I cut you off.
It is a part of offense, but it's not a part of an offensive player, period. It's a point guard.
That don't even make any sense.
You're right. How many points does a person get for assist?
The NBA tracks this. Did you know that? You know the NBA tracks
this. Right here, you don't know basketball.
How many points does a person
come on my show and argue with me for months about me not knowing basketball? You're going to sit here on our show and say
does a person get for an assist?
It doesn't count for their offensive prowess on the basketball.
It does not. It doesn't.
So why do you think that NBA tracks points created by assists? Why do you think they track that?
There's no such thing as points created by an assist. It's assists, and that's it.
I'm so glad he said it. I'm so glad that you said that. You just said NBA.com, right? NBA.com finals. We got to still do that. Hold on.
The NBA tracks points created by assists.
And they put it where on whose stat? Show me that on the stat line. Show it to me on stat line.
On what? The box score or NBA stat?
Nope.
They don't put PER in the box score either.
Matter of fact, I just realized they don't even do all time. Let's go to this. Let me go to this right here.
Man, why get the jail photo picture in the thumbnail, man? Why I get my Thanos picture, with your face in my gauntlet?
What up, SB? Shiloh, I want you to show me where on NBA.com you can find all-time points per game for finals.
You said all-time points in the finals?
In NBA.com.
I don't think you do. NBA.com got that? I don't know.
No, they don't. Shiloh claims they do. And he just stated that there is no points generated stat.
That is not what I said. That is not what I said.
There's no assists.
What I said was
created by assist stat.
What I said was NBA have minimums for stats.
No,
you can't be scoring leader if you play 3 games.
He said you have to have at least 15 finals games to actually be included in stats. That's what Shiloh just said. He said that the NBA states this.
What?
I know.
He said he said that Michael Jordan is the number 1 in points per game in the finals. He is not. He knows this. So what he says is that there's got to be a playoff game minimum. You have to have a minimum amount of play. Now you have to have a minimum amount of games played for your points per game to count. But if we say this, your points per game don't count career-wise unless you have 1,200 games. Unless you have 1,200 games. Right?
Yeah, this is news.
Because okay, we're going to load to this. Who has the highest point per game average over 1,200 games plus in NBA history?
Are you telling me you think a person that plays 3 games is the scoring leader if he averages 30?
Yes, the same way you're trying to tell me somebody that only played 1,000 games is the leading scorer. The same way you're trying to tell me somebody that played 1,000 games is the leading scorer. 1,000 games is a short career, from my understanding. That's what y'all say all the time. Jordan doesn't have a longevity career, so his 1,000 games is short. So he's too short to be the points per game career leader. He has to have 1,200 games to be a points per game career leader.
Hey, you done?
Okay. All right, Shallow. You haven't said one thing.
It's funny how you gonna ask me if I'm done, and when I gave you 5 minutes, and in your 1 minute, you said I cut you off when you had the 1 minute. I gave you the second minute. You still haven't taken the second minute. You still have 4 minutes.
I'm about to answer your question.
4 more minutes. If you want it, I can give it to you.
I'm about to answer your question.
This is Sunday afternoon,
I'm about to answer your question.
This is what we do when we have people like this come on our show. They get disrespectful by telling us we don't know basketball, and they sit here don't know basketball.
You don't.
Go ahead, Shiloh. Go ahead, Shiloh.
NBA.com. If you Google, you're done.
I'm on NBA.com right now. I'm on it right now.
Amount of games played. Then listen. If you Google minimum amount of games played to lead in stats, NBA.com pops up and says player must play 70% of the games, 58 out of 82 for scoring, 70% of games, 58 out of 82 for rebounds, and it goes through a whole list. So don't tell me it doesn't have it. The problem is you didn't get Google it right.
For the finals?
Google it.
What is the amount of games?
We're not asking about a seasonal award.
It don't have it though, right?
It don't have it.
Of course, there's no such thing.
Why
would they have something that's not?
You're talking about the criteria for the scoring title. We're asking you to show us where the NBA only counts your points per game as an average because you only played 15 games in the finals.
You could just say you lied. It's cool.
God. Something's wrong with y'all.
You could just say you lied. It's all right.
Something's wrong with y'all for real.
You lied. It's simple.
Why does it have to be something wrong with us?
Lied about
Why is it not? There's nothing wrong with you, Shiloh. There's nothing wrong with you, Shiloh. You know what's wrong with you? The information you're bringing. It's not real. MJ does not average the most in the NBA Finals. Can you leave that alone? We gave you the playoffs and we gave you the regular season. We didn't even argue that. We're giving you things that we can argue. We're not even arguing the things that you're actually spitting facts. Yeah. That is not a fact. Michael Jordan does not average the most in NBA Finals history. That's fact.
You keep saying we're wrong, but
there's
no way. There's nothing on the internet that says the finals is limited to 15 games for stats all time. You gave us for seasonal titles.
I told you to Google. You said it didn't exist. I'm telling you it does. Google it.
We already did. There's no such thing. There's no such minimum for finals career stats has to be 15 games. Again. There's nothing. I'm sorry. There's nothing. There's nothing.
You better look again.
All right. All right. So you said points per game, popularity.
Two-way player.
He's the greatest two-way player of all time, in your opinion.
This is another lie.
Oh my God.
In your opinion. There's nothing to prove that.
About two-way player. I didn't say nothing about two-way player.
You say he plays both sides of the court, so I don't know.
What I said was he's the only player.
I'm going to ask the panel this.
Okay, no.
I don't want to keep him repeating him. I don't want him to keep repeating his lies. I'm going to ask everybody that's watching the show right now.
I want to hear him say it.
Please answer us. What is the definition of a two-way player? Everybody that watches our show, please answer in the comments. Please
say it. I'm listening. I'm listening again. Go say it. He's the only what?
I'm giving AJ a second.
Okay, don't just say he's the only what? He's the only what?
He's the player with the most. He's the player with the most scoring titles at all defensive teams.
Okay.
In NBA history.
Okay. All right, you can say that.
Right. Okay.
And he doesn't have
I ain't saying that. I'm saying that's what his stats is.
He doesn't have the most all defensive teams, but because he has the most scoring titles with it, we can leave it there. He doesn't have the most.
Okay. All right. So that's another point that doesn't really put him as the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really.
Why wouldn't it?
That just means that he shot the ball the most in the regular season, and he was voted all defensive team.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
I mean,
He led the league in scoring 9 times. I mean, in passing. And shooting 9 times out of the 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my guy said Wayne the league. You
As
want to
we
go
can
for
we
your
do a
round
better
two?
job
Are you
than
done?
Shiloh? Oh, 'cause
Are
Shiloh-
you want to go for your
Okay.
round two? Are you done?
Oh, I'm
Because
good. Let's keep going.
All right, round two. You got your minute.
Let's see. What's the last thing I said? We got the best combination of scoring and defense. Already the most influential basketball player in history.
Very popular.
Why you keep saying it's popular? Like that's a negative.
And it's not. He's very
It's
popular.
not negative. It's just talking about it with proper context, popularity.
Not that he took the NBA to overseas.
He didn't take the NBA overseas, but it was going.
Yeah, he was very popular. We get it. Well, I mean,
Who took it
we get
overseas?
David Stern took it overseas.
What? David
Next
Stern.
question.
You
Does the
could pick
dream
David
team
Stern
still,
out of a.
does the
you
dream
could pick
team
a-
still exist without Michael Jordan or not? Will they still have
No.
to play the dream? No. So you're telling Michael Jordan is the reason why the dream team exists too, as well?
I don't know. You got to ask David Stern. He said
They
it
were,
himself.
they were going anyways. They were doing it anyways. They were going to send 12 NBA players to go play.
All right, like I really want to hear why Michael Jordan is a GOAT. Come on, I'm just been waiting.
Jordan kept obvious Hall of Famer off the NBA the Dream Team, didn't he?
Yeah, we know this. He was hating on Isaiah. Come on, all right. That doesn't make him the GOAT, but we're waiting.
I guess that was David
We're
Stern
really waiting.
too.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan said it from his own mouth. He didn't want Isaiah on the team. So please tell us why Michael Jordan is a GOAT.
No lie, Michael Jordan.
I really want to know why Michael Jordan is a GOAT.
I done told you.
Not because you think he's the best two-way player. Come on, he's popular. We're waiting. I know it's hard.
How about this? Here's number what, 4 or 5. Michael Jordan is the standard that all other NBA players are measured by.
Yeah, that's the media thing. Okay, come on. We get this.
Lord.
We get this. We get this. We get this.
Media thing. The NBA.com itself calls Michael Jordan the GOAT.
Yeah.
How do you
That's
measure
a
a
media
center
thing.
to a shooting guard?
Ask Kareem Abdul-Jabbar who's the GOAT. Center versus a
He
shooting
said
guard.
it's nobody. He said it's no such thing as a GOAT. So next.
Actually, what he did say when LeBron passed him, they asked him again, "Hey, LeBron James just broke your record. Does that put him above Jordan as a GOAT?" He's like, "I don't understand why they say he passed Jordan as a GOAT just because he passed me. I was never considered to GOAT." So again, Michael Jordan is the standard that all players.
Yeah, he heard that on the meme. He heard that on the meme. He heard that on the meme.
When did
he heard that on the meme. We understand. This is what they get their information from is memes. Some dude from India created this meme and he believes
I can
that's
tell you this
fact.
right now, Shiloh.
So let's keep going.
You're not doing any better than the 2 people before you. I can tell you that right now.
There's y'all on a show called GOAT James Kingdom. There's nothing I can say other than Jesus Christ is the Savior that will change your mind about who's the GOAT.
No, that's not it. We're trying to see
what Michael
said. One thing
absolutely it.
That Michael Jordan is. You said he has the most scoring titles and the most All NBA first teams. That's something. That's something.
And he don't have the most.
That's something.
3 other players.
I mean, but that's something. That's something. That is something that we could use to say, hey, Michael Jordan is the GOAT because he got the most scoring titles and the most All NBA first teams than anybody. That's one thing. So let's keep going. Let's go to another point. We understand he's popular.
Drinking early in the afternoon.
He's popular.
Dudes like this make me drink early in the afternoon.
You got a drinking problem. That's why you drink it.
I blame you.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. You got a drinking problem. Ain't got nothing to do with me, dog.
All right, Shiloh. You know, we're going to give you like 10 minutes to actually state things why Michael Jordan is a GOAT.
I already told you.
This 1 minute ain't going. You didn't say anything that puts Michael Jordan. You said he dominated the 90s and kept Hall of Famers winning. You said that
how did he dominate for a decade if he only has 6 rings?
Go back to drinking, bro.
How did he dominate for a decade?
I would like to know this. I
don't
think Shiloh can understand it because he just said that Michael Jordan is the measurement that everyone measures players to. How do you measure a center to a shooting guard? How am I measuring Joel Embiid and Jokic?
We talking about greatness, bro.
I'm trying. I need a simple answer to that simple question. You know, a decade is 10 years, right? So how did he dominate for a decade if he only has 6 rings?
How many years did he play in that decade?
8 years.
So even by your own logic, he didn't dominate for a decade.
Are you serious?
No.
No.
Did he dominate more than Bill Russell? Because Bill Russell kept Hall of Famers from championships.
Exactly.
So did Jordan.
Bill Russell.
No, he
You know what I'm
didn't.
saying?
Magic won,
didn't?
Bird won. What are you talking about? Isaiah won, Hakeem won.
He won. Clap
Yes,
won.
The only one that won in Bill.
Wait.
was
Back
Will
up.
Chamberlain.
No. Hakeem won. Jordan was playing.
Yes.
He was?
95. 95.
Are you serious?
That's not serious.
That's
He didn't
what
play
that
95.
I'm.
Jordan was
he
playing,
on the
wasn't he?
court. He was on the
Are
court,
you
right?
serious?
Averaging 32
Oh,
points a
okay.
game in the playoffs.
Jordan was playing that year, wasn't he?
He was averaging 32 in the playoffs. Jordan really actually played.
So now that don't count.
How many does Ewan have? Reggie
This is
Miller,
you.
Okay.
Charles Barkley.
That's
Reggie
fine.
Miller.
Right.
How much Jerry West
Hall of
has?
Famers. Isn't that
How
what I
much
said?
Elgin Baylor has? How much
Didn't I say
Oscar Robertson has?
He kept Hall of Famers
I
from
mean-
winning championships.
But that's the
I
funny
mean,
thing.
That's
You're
what Bill Russell
overlooking,
did.
you literally overlooked Isaiah, Bird, and Magic. I believe those are Hall of Famers, right? You said he kept Hall of Famers from winning rings. Aren't those 3 players Hall of Famers?
Jordan ended Isaiah's championship run.
Did Isaiah win 2 rings?
Yeah.
Who did he
Not in
beat
the
to get
90s.
there?
Not in the 90s.
Who did he beat to get to those rings?
Not in the 90s.
Who did he
Right.
beat to
1990.
get to those rings?
1990,
90s.
sir. 1990, sir.
I believe
Okay,
Jordan.
all right,
I believe
89, 90.
All right,
Ooh,
Twin man. Let's
y'all
let's
make sure y'all
let's
watch
Shiloh
out for
finish.
Goat James
It's easy
Kingdom
work.
videos. Listen,
All right,
listen.
y'all.
Y'all make sure y'all watch out for Goat James video starring Shiloh himself, Mr. Goat James Kingdom hater, who cannot expose us because he can't
Kingdom
even explain why
hater?
Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Yeah, you the Goat James
Okay,
Kingdom
okay,
hater. You
okay,
just
Shiloh.
stated, look at the platform. This is, I mean, obviously you guys don't understand. We don't understand because we're basketball fans, and
No,
you're not a
you're King-
basketball fan.
Kingdom. What is
You're a
this called?
Michael Jordan
This is
fan.
called
You still can't
basketball?
explain to me how am I going to compare
Is
Jokic
it called
to
Basketball
Jordan?
Kingdom? It's not called Basketball Kingdom.
LeBron is basketball. How about that? LeBron is basketball. Can you prove that otherwise?
You
That's
think
why
Michael?
you're here. You're here
Are you
because of
serious?
LeBron. You're not here for Jordan. There's plenty of
Oh
Jordan
my
pages
God.
I don't see you on, but you're here because why? LeBron.
All right. Let's
You drunk as hell.
everybody get back
Stop
on
smoking.
topic. Let's everybody get back on topic. So,
We back on topic.
all right.
Can I answer
So
this
you
question?
said you said Jordan is
Yeah, answer it, please.
he kept what? You got a
Okay.
new. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Ask
please
me.
tell me how we're gonna compare Joker to Jordan because Jordan's a shooter.
No. Your question was
Mhm.
that your question. You said that LeBron James is over Jordan. I'm trying to figure out how that happened. He lost. He won less. He has less everything measurable that's measurable other than total points, and he played 20 seasons. He
What?
just passed him.
False.
He
Brandon, bring up
just
the graph.
passed him
False. Bring
in
up the graph.
offensive rebounds in his
Brandon,
20th
bring up
year.
the graph, please. Bring it up. Bring it up. I'm glad you said that. Bring up
Which
the
way
graph,
you want me
please.
to
I'm
bring
gonna tell
it
you
up?
right now. I got 1 minute. When my graph comes up, I'm gonna tell you why.
I already seen your graph. I saw your competition. I saw your
Goat James
I saw your
dominance.
competition
Let's
nonsense
go to
that
Goat
you
James
came up with.
dominance, please.
Oh wait. That's the one where you add in what players of the month and week. Is that's the way you talk about?
Oh no, you don't know nothing about me, brother. Here you go. Here's
Okay.
your exposure. I got 1 minute. LeBron James has 8 All-NBAs over Jordan, 3 All-NBA first teams over Jordan. He has 5 All-Stars selections over Jordan and 6 All-Star games over Jordan. He also has 4 conference titles and an assist title over Jordan. His average in those 4 finals that I'm talking about is 32 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. He has over 6,000 points than Michael Jordan. Close to 4,000 rebounds, over 4,700 assists than Michael Jordan. In the games that he's played, which is only 349 games, that is an average of 18 points per game, 11 rebounds, and almost 14 assists. The actual stats that LeBron James has over Jordan equals a triple-double in the regular season. If we go to the playoffs, LeBron James has over 2,000 more points than Jordan does. That's what basically only 75 players or like 72 players did in the NBA career. That's like basically Allen Iverson has only 2,100 playoff points. LeBron James has 1,300 or close to 1,400 rebounds and 1,000 assists over Jordan, which comes up to close to 20 points per game, 13 and a half rebounds, and close to 10 assists per game, plus a block and a steal per game for a playoff average over Michael Jordan. That is what LeBron James has over Michael Jordan, not counting just the games that he's played, whatever, like y'all like to do the 1072. So LeBron James has an illustrious NBA career, a Hall of Fame career over Michael Jordan, outside of all that other stuff. LeBron James does not have to have 6 NBA championships to be better than Michael Jordan. He doesn't need 7. Jordan didn't even need 6 to be the GOAT. So winning
Can
does
I
not make
respond now?
nobody the GOAT.
Go,
No,
go
I'm not
ahead.
done.
Go
Respond
ahead,
now.
Shady.
I'm not done. I still
Go
got,
ahead,
I still got
Johnny.
10
Go ahead,
Oh, I'm sorry.
seconds.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
still. You just interrupted me,
Go
so add
ahead.
5 seconds to
Go
that.
ahead.
If winning makes you the GOAT, Bill Russell is the GOAT of basketball and ends discussions. There is nothing in Michael Jordan's career that trumps 5 more championships. If nothing in LeBron James' career is plus what I just mentioned, can't trump the little 2 championships you want to talk about. So now tell me if that don't explain why LeBron James is over Michael Jordan, young man.
Easy, young man.
What?
Go ahead.
5 more seasons.
That's a negative for Jordan.
Shiloh.
5 more seasons.
That's the
Hey, it's my
Shiloh,
turn.
listen.
It's
That
my
is the
turn.
obvious. That is the obvious.
That's why the numbers are like
says,
that.
wait, the obvious says this, that what I just gave you, those extra 5 seasons that you're talking about, equals to a triple-double regular season average. It equals to 8 All-NBA selections. You know what 8 All-NBA selections is? You know how many people have 8 All-NBA selections in their career? That's Dwayne Wade. That's how
In
many
5
All-NBA selections
You got 8
LeBron has
All-NBA
over.
selections
Yes.
in 5 seasons.
Listen,
How?
but that's what he
How,
has over
Sway?
Jordan. That's how. Let me ask you this: how does this fantasy player have two MVPs with no stats? How does you have an MVP with no stats? I heard you guys say, "Well, he has 1 MVP." This little stupid graph that y'all bring up. How are this you bringing up? This is all fictitious. LeBron's career is 20 years. Him playing 5 more seasons is a benefit. It's a check mark. Add that to him. He played 350 more games than Jordan. You cannot knock him for that. So that makes him better on top of that.
That doesn't make him better.
Yes, it does.
You got to go by what he's done in every season, every game, play in and play out. All you talk about is total numbers. All you talk about is
we've done all of that. We've done everything. We've done all of that.
Can I answer?
LeBron James averaged more rebounds, averaged more assists, shoots better from three-point land, shoots better from the field. They average the same amount of blocks. Jordan only got steals and points. Where are you coming up with Jordan's better? That's just an average. If we go for their careers, it doesn't even match. Jordan doesn't have more points, doesn't have more rebounds, doesn't have more assists, doesn't have more blocks.
Oh, to be honest with you, first ballot Hall of Fame career separates LeBron and Jordan, and that's on LeBron's side.
That's strictly on accolades alone, Jordan. First ballot Hall of Fame career.
No,
I just gave you the Hall
LeBron.
of Fame career. That's over Jordan, though. I just gave you the Hall of Fame
You
career.
gave total numbers.
Yes. Explain
this. This Bill Walton's first ballot Hall of Fame. Everything Bill Walton career did in his career, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, top 75 player. LeBron has 13 different categories where Bill Walton, you add Bill Walton's career to Jordan, it don't even add up. That's how great LeBron James is. He's a whole first ballot Hall of Famer on top of that in separation.
So I'm looking at these numbers that you're talking about right here. 8,396 points. Is that what? The difference between Jordan and LeBron?
Yes.
That's playoffs or regular season.
Total career.
That's not Hall of Fame numbers.
That's first ballot Hall of Fame numbers, actually.
8,336 points is not Hall of Fame numbers.
Bill Walton got 6,743.
He's a Hall of Famer, sir.
He also led the NBA, a crazy amount of rebounds. And when we talk about 8 different
Bill
teams,
Walton
he was not
has
a scorer.
5,367 rebounds. LeBron has more rebounds than that.
5,788 assists. It's not a Hall of Fame career.
LeBron has more.
As a matter of fact, none of these numbers on here are Hall of Fame career. It's taken by themselves.
This is Bill Walton's Hall of Fame career. This is Bill Walton's total career. Total career.
This is Bill Walton's total career.
Bill Walton's total career.
How many times are y'all going to say this is Bill Walton's career? Y'all showing him he's going to say this is the first ballot Hall of Fame material. I'm just scared, right?
Damn career. And it's 13 different categories. 13. I could have added more.
I asked the question.
13.
Is Bill Walton Hall of Fame?
Is it Bill Walton's career, or is it the difference? Is it the difference between the two players? That's what I asked you.
Yes, everything that we're showing you here is different.
Which is,
and that difference is what basically Bill Walton's career is.
Again,
I just told you the difference just in the playoff points alone is Allen Iverson's playoff career. Allen Iverson has 2,100 playoff points. LeBron James has over 2,000 playoff points more than Jordan.
All right, we come over here every week. We explain why LeBron James is the GOAT. We explain why LeBron James is the GOAT. So you guys keep telling us that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. We ask you to explain why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I know you didn't
The
tell us
world
nothing.
has
That's
told
the
you that.
problem.
The world
That's
has
the
told
problem.
you that.
That's the
world
problem.
has
You haven't told us nothing other than
y'all
you
compare,
think he's the
who y'all
greatest
compare LeBron James to?
two-way defender and he's more popular. All
You
right.
can't
y'all
compare
compare
LeBron to
LeBron
no
James to?
one. You can't compare him to no one. He's by himself.
He's by
That's why y'all
himself.
have this platform. No, he's not. No, he's not.
All right.
Listen,
Do you have anything other than your opinion to say why he's the GOAT?
This ain't opinions. I'll
Because
give you numbers.
yeah, not really.
Better
So
scorer than
do you have
LeBron
anything
James.
else? Do you have anything else?
Higher average than LeBron James. More
he's
all
not
first defensive teams than LeBron
Higher
James.
average in what?
No,
What do you mean?
he has a few
You know
more
what I'm
things
talking
than
about.
LeBron.
You know what I'm
No,
talking
he
about.
has things. He has a few things over LeBron James, but that doesn't
Brandon,
make him
bring
the
up
greatest.
the top
More 40
75
point
graph.
games, more
Brandon, bring up
50
the top
point games, more
75
60
graph,
point
Brandon.
games.
Bring up the
But
top
y'all-
75 graph, Brandon, please.
Who shoots better from the field? Who shoots better from three? Like, what do
You
you
talking about a difference between 0.01 point? Are you serious?
That's still better, is it not?
Okay.
Wait,
LeBron
didn't you
James
just
shoots
hold
better,
it? Didn't you
but
just
his
say
average is lower.
You literally just did that a second ago.
0.05 is way better, but now you're saying, well, you guys going by 0.1, 0.2?
He just hold up. Didn't he just do that for Wilt not too long ago? Didn't he
I
do
told
that
you
for
who has
Wilt?
higher.
0.05
I
matters.
said who has
Man,
higher.
please,
Who has
can
higher.
y'all please stay consistent? My goodness.
Jordan,
I
bring up
am.
the top 75 graph because since we got Jordan fans here, I want them to explain this. Bring the top 75 graph I gave you today too as well.
Hold up,
Please, if you can, because he said that Jordan, all this stuff that I don't understand where you get all this stuff Jordan has. Only thing Jordan has is the 6 Finals MVPs. Well, this is the year 20. The other one, the one where it's Jordan and LeBron.
What you mean? That's
together.
all he has.
Listen, let's go here.
Yeah, that's kind of all he has.
The most, listen, the only thing that Jordan has by himself, literally by himself, is 10 scoring titles, 6 Finals MVPs, and most points per game in the playoffs. He's tied with Wilt in points per game for the regular season. He's tied in all defensive first team.
Higher than LeBron.
Huh? That's fine.
Higher than LeBron.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fine.
LeBron got
what
way
are you
more
talking
things
about?
over Jordan than
It has
Jordan
way
has
much
over him.
more.
So
That's
wait,
way much more.
Wait,
Way
the
much
logic
more.
is Jordan doesn't lead in something, but he has more than LeBron, but LeBron's the GOAT.
But
Make
LeBron
that make
has
sense.
more things that he lead
Make
in
that
over
make
Jordan.
sense.
That's what we're saying.
You want me to tell you what
What?
LeBron leads in by himself? You want me to tell you that?
What?
I gave you
All
2 things.
NBA first
All
teams
time-
on
listen,
offense.
all NBA first team, all NBA selections, all-stars, all-star games played, right? Most points scored in NBA history, most playoff points scored in NBA history.
You talking
So I continue.
longevity
That's
stats,
5
bro.
right there. That's just 5.
You're talking longevity stats.
We're talking
That's
about
not long.
career. We're talking about career.
We're talking about career.
All right, Sean.
Higher-
Do you have anything to say
Higher-
why Michael Jordan is the GOAT
I'm trying to
besides what you think he did better than LeBron? Do you have
I'm
anything
killing
to say?
you.
Like, I don't know what you're trying to say. That's the
Cut off
thing.
the debate,
We're
bro.
trying to
killing
say
your
why
GOAT.
Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You just say he's a GOAT because you want him to be the GOAT. That's all we're
That's
hearing.
what I said. That's what I heard. That's
Yeah,
what you
that's
heard.
all we're hearing.
You
That's what I
lost. There ain't nothing to
You
talk
say
about.
he's the GOAT because he averaged more points in the regular season and the postseason. But you don't think
Then
Luka
you're
is the
GOAT.
second greatest.
Then
Am I
you're a
what?
GOAT. Then you're a GOAT. You say James is a GOAT, so let's compare him.
But
He's
points
better
per
than
game
your-
doesn't make you the GOAT. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's
Points per game don't make you the GOAT.
LeBron being the
Shiloh.
greatest scorer in NBA history doesn't
Being the
make him the
highest
GOAT
points
just
per
because
game
of that.
average does not make you the GOAT. So we
That's all
don't
we're
care
saying.
who averages the most. We never told you LeBron James is the GOAT because of his average points per game or anyone. We told you the greatest scorer of all time is who has the most points. And who has the most points? LeBron James. That's facts. Jordan didn't score 30 points in every NBA game he played. LeBron James actually scored 38,000 points. He actually put that much points. That's in the record books.
And you're saying LeBron is a better scorer than Michael Jordan.
He's the greatest scorer for his career. Simple as that.
Who has more 30-point games? Your GOAT shit, he has what, 300 plus more games played?
With all of that, who scored
has
more
more
points for their
30-point
career? With all that said, who scored more points for their career?
60-point
With
games.
all that said,
in the
who
career,
scored
300 plus more
points
games.
for their
300
careers?
plus more games.
With all that said, who
He
scored more
played
points for their
300
career?
less games.
That means Jordan should have played
300
more.
less games.
Sound like a Jordan problem.
That means Jordan
What
should
does
have
that
played
mean?
more. Why are we making it seem like playing
Wait,
20 years?
How many
I'm
of
not
those
saying that's a bad
30-point
thing.
games?
I'm not saying
Wait, how
playing
many
20.
of those 30-point? How many of those 30-point games and 40-point games and 50-point games and 60-point games Michael Jordan had shot over 25 shots to get that? How many times did Jordan take 25 shots per game compared to LeBron James? Since you want to count the amount of certain things, right? Because you want to count the amount of games, well, I want to count the amount of shots. because you're talking about scoring. So if you shoot more, you're going to score more. The same way if I play more, I score more.
No. That's not how that works.
That's how that works.
But that's exactly how that works.
That's exactly how that works, Glenn.
No, it's not. I can shoot 40 times and miss every shot.
LeBron shoots a high percentage, so that don't really relate.
But see, hold up. But I'm not going to give you can't give him that. He said I could put up 40 shots and miss every shot. Okay, are you saying Jordan would put up 40 shots and miss every shot? Because we're talking about Jordan. We're not talking about anybody. We're talking about Jordan and LeBron. So if they each put up 40 shots, you would expect them to hit what? Because we already know who averages more from the field. I'm talking about who shoots a better field percentage from the field. That's LeBron James.
You done?
Right or wrong?
You don't like that.
Are you
why
done?
Why does
I gotta ask if you're done before I can reply because ego just got me off. Are you done?
Okay. Who shoots a better field percentage? LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
LeBron James. That makes him the GOAT.
Nope. According to you, points per game makes Jordan the GOAT. Who shoots better from three?
He shoots a better percentage.
Who has more clutch points?
He shoots better.
Who has more triple doubles in the playoffs?
All right, y'all. Yeah,
this is light work.
All right, Shiloh. Go ahead. All right, y'all. Come on, be quiet. Let the man talk. Let him talk.
He keeps telling us, no, because we got to stop because we've given these guys chances. I want SB to speak because SB is going to be the best chance right now. This man just said, are y'all done? Are y'all done? We're naming you a bunch of things that LeBron James has over Jordan, and you're asking us to be done. Are you done? No, we're not done because guess what? LeBron James has
are you done so I can reply?
Listen, no, reply to what? That he doesn't have enough? Jordan doesn't have these things.
Are you done?
Yeah. We're not done.
Craig, you need to help him, Craig.
You're done.
Craig, you need to help him.
You're so done. The platform has already said he's cooked. You're ready to be put on a platter as we speak and put you up for the dishes. You've been 8 already, my brother. This is over with. Like, it's done. Like, we're just giving you a platform because I just want to have videos to make for the rest of the week. But this is not fun. It really isn't. It really isn't. Because you're sitting here telling us things. LeBron has things over Jordan. We keep telling you why LeBron's the GOAT. But you keep saying Jordan is the GOAT because of what he has over LeBron. Whatever Jordan has over LeBron does not make Jordan the GOAT. You understand that?
Hold up.
Whatever you think that Jordan has over LeBron doesn't make LeBron the GOAT. I mean, doesn't make Jordan the GOAT.
Your logic is based off of what LeBron has over Jordan makes him the GOAT.
I give you
the counterpoint.
No, we said LeBron, what he has over his career makes him better than everybody. Not over Jordan.
Guys, I just told you we listed a bunch of things that LeBron has over Jordan, but that's not why he's the GOAT. We don't compare LeBron to Michael Jordan. We compare LeBron to the greatest players of all time. And he compares it with everybody. Not only does he have it over,
all I see is memes of Jordan and LeBron.
Not only does he have it over Jordan, he'll have it over Wilt. He'll have it over Kareem. He'll have it over Bill Russell. He'll have it over Magic. He'll have it over Kobe. He'll have it over everybody. You could bring the whole crew of people that want to tell us who's the GOAT, and we'll show you why LeBron is the GOAT. Not because of he's better than 1 or 2 players, because he's the greatest player to play the game of basketball.
In your eyes.
All right. Shiloh, you get another minute to say whatever you want. Go ahead. Go, because this is.
Can I answer that diatribe? You show.
Come on, man. Come on.
You got a minute. You got a minute. Start.
All right. I'm going to need you to calm yourself. So, what I tried to say, I'm going by your own logic.
Take a breath, bro. Take a breath. By your own logic of this platform or whatever y'all want to call it, by your own logic, you have LeBron and James has to go. I'm telling you what Jordan has done better than him, what he has over him. You can't be better than someone if you can't beat him across the board. He doesn't have him in points per game in playoffs, regular season finals, or anywhere else, ever. He can't be the best scorer if he can't outscore the person that is the best scorer. He can't beat him on defense. He just passed him, 20th season in offensive rebounds, and he's 6'8". Jordan 6'6". So my point is,
offensive rebounds.
They only use offensive rebounds.
That's not a part of basketball.
Is defensive rebounds part of basketball?
Continue, brother. Continue.
I thought it was.
Continue. You got 10 more seconds to continue. Go ahead.
20 years, he ain't caught him in steals. He's never had 200 steals in the season. Never had 100 blocks in the season. Jordan's done. He's the only man to do it twice in NBA history. There's only been 3 players to do it. Pippen, Hakeem did it once. Pippen did it once. Jordan done it twice. So defensively, LeBron is not better than him by any stretch of imagination.
Because of 2 seasons, okay.
Oh my God, he's played 5 more. He's played 5 more, and he still ain't caught him.
Call him what?
Shiloh.
In steals or blocks?
Okay, Shiloh, I'm going to tell you this. It's simple as plain. Did you really think that we put my LeBron James as the GOAT without knowing none of that you just said?
Obviously.
No, obviously you didn't know that.
Obviously
you didn't know
Obviously.
that. Everything that you just said, LeBron James is still a better basketball player than Jordan. Because we can list up a bunch of things that Jordan never did that LeBron did the same way. We can do that too. We can play this all day. There's a bunch of things that Michael Jordan did not do that LeBron James did on the basketball court. It's funny how you want to use statistics and totals when it fits you or not. Like Craig says, we use everything. We'll use points per game. We'll use all factors. When I told you we're not going to count nobody's points per game that doesn't have 1,200 games or more. Listen, I don't count nobody that doesn't have over 1,200 games in points per game. So that makes LeBron James the greatest points per game player of all time.
And that's your opinion.
Not to mention that Jordan ain't even in the top 25 on points per shot. And he takes the most shots in NBA history. Points per shot, he's out of the top 30.
Show me that on the back.
The amount of shots you take, the amount of points you take, the amount of points you make per shot attempt. He's not even in the top 30.
No one counts that. Y'all doing this metric.
Y'all don't count it because y'all don't want it. Because
all right, child. Okay. We get it. We get it. He said that
you see what he just did, right?
Man, get out of here.
Brandon, you see what he just did? He brought up a stat that does not say bro, trust me. I agree with you. My thing is this: when you start digging into these advanced stats and it starts showing how Jordan is not in even on the same level as a lot of players, people get upset. So what we have to do is we have to narrow the field, keep narrowing it to keep Jordan on top. Bro, listen, it's okay. Somebody came along who played the game better than him. It's okay. He couldn't stay on top forever. I've given Jordan his, I've always given Jordan his due. But at the end of the day, he has not played the game of basketball better than LeBron James. He just hasn't.
In your opinion?
No, that's a fact. And the numbers back it up. I understand. Jordan fans have a problem with people using numbers in a game that actually accumulates numbers.
What you value is an opinion, but that's what you guys understand. The same way he's trying to sit here.
20 years is that
offensive rebounds. Tell me. Oh wait, where did everywhere in the GOAT conversation did offensive rebounds become a part of the discussion? Can you
exactly?
I've been hearing this, and it's just hilarious.
If he values it,
no, because he was saying,
of course you're not going to bring up offensive rebounds if you don't.
He's telling us that we're bringing up something. He really dismissed all NBA. I've heard him say it twice. He really dismissed the all NBA selections. He's talked about all defensive selections, although Jordan does not have the most all defensive selections. Everything's recorded here. Listen, folks. We go live every Sunday.
I'm watching the dishes right now. I put him in the sink.
Listen, we record people like Shiloh all the time.
Yes, holding your goat.
I didn't say this. SB, how many times? SB, you're the most objective Jordan fan up here. How many times has somebody?
All right.
Hey, everybody just be quiet for 1 second. I'm going to have to mute everybody.
And I showed you that they said it right here on Go
I'm
James
about
King.
to mute everybody because y'all just keep talking.
Just because I got Jordan to go, don't be.
All right.
Y'all even follow your own.
Shallow.
I know everybody keeps saying what I said.
This is the 3rd week in a row, bro. Somebody that came up here and got deep fried, rotisserie, sauteed. Like this is like Mandarin chicken, bro. Like what's going on? Barbecue chicken.
Okay, all right, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Okay. All right. Are you done, Shallow? Are you done?
I have no idea.
I guess he's done. All right.
Because I don't even know what y'all metric is anymore.
What we doing?
I mean, we're explaining why Jordan is a GOAT.
Want me to explain why Jordan is a GOAT? I thought you said you wanted a rematch on a debate or something. I'm not.
Yeah, why Jordan is a GOAT.
I mean, I already had this already before. I mean, what you want? I'm trying to see. Do you want to debate, or you want me to just say for a minute why Jordan?
All right, I want you to say why Jordan is the GOAT. Because you tried to do it last time and you didn't.
This is how it works.
What you mean? We had a debate. I beat you in a debate. That's it.
Listen.
That's what you believe. That's what you believe.
Let's leave that alone.
I mean, I won.
Listen, we want to give you guys. We want to give you guys 5 separate minutes. 5 separate minutes.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. I think I got 3.
Right.
No, they don't.
Tyler, why you so emotional?
We keep asking you to go. You won't go.
Over the head,
you would not go.
You start beating them over the head. The dude in the middle jumps in.
All right.
I got to say my first point, and
boom. That's what I do, y'all. It's called the exposer, exposing people.
That's not exposed. Man, cover yourself.
All right.
I don't see that shit.
SB, are you ready? All right, everybody. I'm gonna just start removing people from the panel. If y'all keep over talking me, y'all gonna get Johnny. Your ass gonna get removed from this panel. You keep on talking. You keep over talking me. Everybody's gonna get removed if y'all keep over talking. SB, are you ready to state why Michael Jordan is the GOAT?
So I'm trying to get a clear understanding. So
are you ready to state why Michael Jordan? Not what you don't like about LeBron James. Why Michael Jordan is the GOAT?
You gotta let me talk, brother. You gotta kick
he ain't gonna let you talk. He ain't gonna let you talk.
Yourself out the, you gotta let me talk, bro. I'm trying to understand it. So you want me to just not compare nobody, just say why this player is the GOAT, and you want me to do it in a 1 minute span and 5 times? Why don't you just give me like a 2 minute thing, or unless you just want
2 minutes?
Oh, I thought you wanted a rematch. No, I'm saying
this is not a rematch. This is not a rematch because you didn't explain why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You just explained why you didn't like LeBron James.
You
just explained why you didn't like LeBron James over Jordan. I said why Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Okay, that's fine. But I thought we was coming to a debate again because you said you felt like you wasn't on a fair platform. So I thought we was gonna go round and round the debate again.
Didn't you try to explain why Jordan was the GOAT?
No, we had a debate who was better, and I debated better than you.
No, before we went on, the debate was why such and such is the GOAT. And all you did was explain why you think Jordan was better than LeBron, not why you thought Jordan was the GOAT.
I mean, I could have sworn that's what we were doing.
I know.
Would that make him the GOAT?
I'm confused. But I mean, whenever you want.
How you confused about? So you're confused because you don't know why Jordan is the GOAT. You just don't know why you don't.
Let me jump in this. Hold on. Let me explain this. SB and listen carefully. SB and Shiloh, check this out. Listen very carefully. This is what we're trying to explain y'all very carefully. Because you think Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James, it does not make Michael Jordan the GOAT of basketball. You have to explain why Michael Jordan is greater than Bill Russell, why he's better than Wilt Chamberlain, why he's better than Kobe, why he's better than Magic. You have to do. It has to be an overall thing because that's what I'm trying to say. Because everything that you're going to use to say that. Listen, can I give you one? Everything that you're going to use that he's better than Jordan, then Bill Russell's going to end up being better than Jordan.
Okay. Can I give you one? That kills the whole argument. How about this? Here's a metric for you for the GOAT. You have to be the best player in your team every year. Name a person that has it. Name anybody that you believe was the best player in their team every single season. There's only
Bill
one.
Bill Russell. Will Chamberlain.
Now, have a check. Have a check was better than him. Chamberlain.
All right.
Chamberlain has better than LeBron in NBA season.
So did Kareem.
Who was better than LeBron? Who was better than LeBron on his team in any NBA season?
AD when they won the bubble championship.
You catch him right now.
All right.
Okay.
You should be good.
All right. That's 1 out of 19. That's 1 out of 20.
I didn't do it.
So what about the other years? What other years?
I didn't do it. I said the best player in their team every single year. Not 1 out of 20.
My bad.
Every
year.
How was he better? How was he better? How was he better?
He let him in scoring.
Are you done? He let him in scoring. He let him in rebounds.
He didn't let him in scoring.
You better look it up.
LeBron was second in the league in MVP, and he was a Finals MVP. That doesn't mean he let him in scoring.
He let him in rebounds. He let him in blocks. He let him in steals. He let him in point percentage. He carried their team.
So why was LeBron second in MVP votes?
It's a popularity contest.
Why was LeBron second MVP vote?
AD led the Lakers that year.
Why was LeBron James the Finals MVP?
You said AD led the Lakers in what?
And 95
led the Lakers that season.
And 95
in what?
Was better than Jordan. That's what we're gonna do that.
Everything but assists. Everything but assists. Look it up.
He led the Lakers that season in points.
What did I say? You can't hear me? Is my microphone breaking up? Everything but
Jordan didn't lead his team and he didn't lead his team in points and all that in 86 and in his last year. So Jordan didn't do it every year either. So it's
when he was injured.
There was a player on his team better than him?
Yes.
You realize he had a player named Dennis Rodman.
You just talk about stats and why Anthony Davis was better, but then when we bring up stats for somebody else, it's not the same.
I said who? That's what I said. I said who? Who was better than him? Who?
I got you.
Give me a name.
You gonna cry, bro?
86 him in 95.
Give me a name.
1986, 1995, and 2003. Those 3 years. Those 3 years, Michael Jordan didn't lead in those stats that you're talking about.
I said a better player, best player on his team every year. You talk about injury years.
Now it's not stats again. 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 Okay. All right. Now it's not stats again.
What we doing here? I'm confused.
I'm confused too, Craig. I was confused.
No, because
quick question, Shallow.
Listen, we're confused because this man just said that who's the only player to be the best player on his team for his career.
Every season.
In his mind, nobody was better than Jordan on the Bulls. That means Jordan was the best player of all time. How does that make Jordan a better player? And he wants to say Havlicek was better. When was Havlicek better than Bill Russell? 1967 or 68 or 69?
I'm trying to see.
Look at what he averaged more assists or more rebounds. So what are you going to look up?
Shallow.
No, it's not hard. Look it up. He didn't average more rebounds or no more than assists. So that means he didn't do more. Only he averaged more points. How does that make him better than Russell?
Shallow, 2002.
Go ahead, Jackson.
2002, who led the Wizards in scoring? 2002, who led the Wizards in scoring?
Who was the better best player on their team? 2002.
He wasn't. Obviously, he wasn't. He was taking more shots and making less points.
Who was?
Jerry Stackhouse.
You're out of your mind.
So you realize Jordan.
He went, look, and he's doing it.
29-year-old Stackhouse went better than Jordan.
So Shiloh, on Jordan's team, he did the majority of the scoring, but everybody else did the dirty work. You had Pippen to guard the best player. You had Kukoc ended up on the bench. You had Kerr and Rod Harper to shoot the three. You had players to do their job. Jordan was there to just fill up the bucket. You realize in the playoffs, had Scottie Pippen, who was going to grab more rebounds than Jordan, who was going to have more assists than Jordan, who was going to have more steals than Jordan, who was going to have more blocks than Jordan. What are you talking about?
Pippen never averaged double-digit assists.
That's all I have.
Just for your info, I just want to let you know.
Had better than Michael Jordan.
Yo, can I go? Y'all just get
Craig, you need to help him, Craig. You need to help him, Craig.
Go ahead and help him, Craig. Go ahead and help him.
I'm gonna just say this.
A lot of y'all feelings.
I'm gonna say this. This is my reason. This is the ultimate reason why I think Jordan's a GOAT. I'm gonna name 3 shooting guards that played against him: Sidney Moncrief, Allen Iverson, and Vince Carter. Sidney Moncrief, defensive player. What is his best? What's his best attributes? His best accolades in the NBA? Defensive Player of the Year, All-Team First Defense, and All-Star. He did that in '84. Iverson, 2001, scoring title, league MVP. Vince Carter, 2000, slam dunk contest. Jordan did that in 1 season. So basically, he had 3 Hall of Fame careers in 1 fucking season.
When did slam dunk competition start making you a Hall of Famer?
2000 is a whole career, and 200001 is a whole career.
What
is
Iverson's
make you a Hall of Famer?
accomplishment
without? He had a better season than those 2 combined.
What is Iverson's best personal accolade?
So 1988, 1 season makes Michael Jordan the GOAT.
Well, that's without titles, because titles is a team achievement, right? We can't go. You can't make a player better.
That's just 1 season. So 1 season makes
one season. He did
win a title. He was win a title.
He was let me. He was the defensive specialist, what Sidney Moncrief spent this whole season doing. He was the offensive threat, what Iverson spent his whole career doing. And if he was athletic, what Vince Carter did his whole season. He did all of that in 1 season. He literally had 3 Hall of Fame careers in 1 season. Moncrief wasn't an offensive threat. He was a defensive specialist. Iverson was an offensive specialist. Vince Carter was athleticism. He did all that in 1 season. You can't say that about any other player comparing them to anybody in their position who played against them to do that.
So, But I don't know necessarily on one season you can call.
I'm just saying. No, you can't say anybody. You can't put anybody best season.
That's not even
for me personally though. Let me just get my take on it. For me personally, because I hate what they try to put me in. I'm not a Jordan fan. I already said this before you heard me. I said it's 3 GOATs of basketball. Whoever order you put them in, I do not care. From Mike, LeBron, Kareem, they both have the resume and accolades to be called the GOAT of basketball. The reason why I specifically probably have Jordan above as one, I feel is one is just off sheer dominance of his era. He has I'll have to go down his resume accolades. He had the 2 3-peats. That's very, very accomplishable. He was scoring at the level. No, I'm saying he was scoring at the level.
I'm laughing at the comments.
He was scoring at the level. He was scoring at his peak. He was scoring at the level in the conversation of Will Chamberlain. He was winning, and how he was winning with the 2 3-peats in the conversation with Bill Russell. So that's pretty much why people say he was the GOAT or is the GOAT. Now, look, if his era was weak, sure, you can say that, because I think the 90s is overrated, but you can't knock nobody because that's something they can't control at all. Like, I like how people try to use the Eastern Conference against LeBron James. I feel like there's only so much you can control. You only can play who in front of you. But for Jordan, I think it's just really just not to go down and have the same beat the dead horse debate. I think it's just Jordan is the GOAT just off dominance. But can you argue for any of those 3 guys to be the GOAT? Yeah, because they both have everything that you can be labeled as a GOAT.
Okay, so you think Jordan is the GOAT because he dominated the 90s?
Dominated his era. Sure,
yeah, the 90s.
Besides all the extra stuff in the accolades and all that, yeah.
Yeah, because that's all. Yeah, he dominated the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was.
We're saying Michael Jordan. Go ahead.
And I would say, and he was in the conversation for the best player in the league, or as in the conversation the best player in the position for a majority of his career. So yeah, that counts.
Okay. Yeah, like we understand that Michael Jordan dominated the 90s. We say LeBron's the GOAT because he has the most dominance over everybody.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that's why we say LeBron James is the GOAT.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
He got what era did he dominated?
Face to be the GOAT. LeBron James.
I mean, no one has dominated an era more than LeBron.
What era did he dominate?
We talk about 2010s. The 2010s.
Can I go next?
No, wait. You
came into the league.
No, I'm saying what you said. The whole league.
He crazy.
He came to the league. Ain't nobody dominated more than LeBron James.
I want to say right off bat, though. Right off bat.
Since 2003, nobody has won more titles than LeBron. Nobody has won more Finals MVPs than LeBron. Nobody has won more MVPs than LeBron. Nobody has scored more points than LeBron. Like there are so many
that started their career in 2003. Because
that's what he's going with.
2003.
That's what he's going
with. But hold on.
He did his 7th championship by sweeping LeBron.
but people act like Jordan's career started in the 90s. We don't talk about how he got his head busted in the 80s.
We just
said
he dominated his
career.
Twin, stop. Hey, Craig, what you say?
Era. Brandon said LeBron's. You guys said LeBron's era. Brandon starting LeBron's era.
So you say LeBron era is everybody's that was drafted from 2003 on.
Everybody who's played since 2003. Everybody who played. Whoever played started in 2003.
Okay.
Because I'm like, if you want to say for 2000, you got to count the Lakers championship.
Okay, LeBron didn't play in.
You don't count those because he wasn't in 2003. That's why he did that.
Lakers got 2
LeBron
championships.
LeBron started playing basketball in 2000,
and they have 3 with him.
So what I'm saying, so when do you feel like LeBron James' dominant start? What was he saying his era? So we were saying like 2010s, or you saying from 03?
I'm just saying since he came into the league, no one has scored more points, had more wins, more MVPs, more Finals MVPs, more titles, more All NBA selections, more All Stars, everything.
I mean, you can say that about everybody.
I mean, LeBron has more on his resume than Jordan did.
It's the same thing with
LeBron
dominance. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what we're trying to say. That these things that y'all are saying are subjective. There's no way to measure it unless we go to stats.
Everything really subjective. You can't just say it's a fact.
No, it's subjective. We have stats.
It's not subjective.
We have stats.
Okay, and Mike does too, bro.
Yes, but LeBron has more. LeBron has
20 years versus 15. That's where the stats come in.
No, it's not a knock though. Being available.
Jordan had the most points in the 90s.
LeBron is a phenomenal player.
Y'all keep thinking I don't like the man. In the 90s?
Who has the most points scored in the 90s? Not Jordan.
I would say it's either got to be Jordan or Malone.
LeBron has the most scoring points in the 2000s.
LeBron has more points, more wins, All NBA team, all selections. I mean, you can go to advanced.
Jordan don't have the most All NBAs of the 90s. Nor does he have more All NBAs for his career between 1985 to 2003.
And who would that be?
Easy, Karl Malone.
I'm gonna say Karl Malone.
Stockton. Should I go further? I mean,
the plumbers y'all always talk about, right?
Nobody calls them boys plumbers. I think doesn't
the plumbers, the Utah team y'all said was the weakest team in the finals.
So I only take issue with one thing. I only take issue with one thing that he said, and it's this dominance that people love to sit here and say Jordan had. I'm sorry, he dominated 6 years. The 6 years he won, he dominated. He lost 9 times, bro. He just did. And then, like I said,
nobody said.
Hold up, may I finish? We overlooked the 80s, except for 88, to get to the 90s. I'm serious. This is what I notice when people talk about Jordan. They overlook the fact he never beat Larry Bird in a playoff game. The only time you talk about the Celtics is when you hear people talk about the 63 points. They don't talk about how he got his head busted by Sidney Moncrief. Since Craig want to bring up Sidney Moncrief, we don't talk about that. The only thing we want to talk about
who would you have
is 88 and 6 years, 10 scoring titles.
I don't do that.
Okay, what they do here, they talk about the entire career. That's why I appreciate this platform. If they're going to talk about a player, they're going to talk about their entire career. We can't chalk it up to just the stats that's going to benefit them. You either have it all or you don't, and Jordan don't got it all.
Twin, I got a question.
Jordan
Hold on, wait, Craig.
That's what you're saying. He just said LeBron dominated for 20 years.
Let me ask you this question.
With 4 championships.
Go ahead,
SB, because he came at you. Go ahead, SB.
Twin, so you considering Jordan wasn't dominant because he didn't win. So you saying winning the championship is being dominant? So you only can be dominant if you win.
I'm not saying no, because that would make
you guys only count 6 years. That's what he's saying.
I'm sitting here saying every time I've talked to Jordan,
I didn't say a year at all.
Hold up. Can I answer you? Now, I'm not sitting here saying you do this, but let's not pretend like when people talk about Jordan, they're only talking about the 6 years. Let's be real. They talk just about 6 years and 88.
But when you heard my take, I didn't put no year or number to it.
But you also say he dominated the 90s.
He did dominate. He was, even when he didn't win, he put up a lot of stats and accolades. He achieved
saying
a lot.
He said he's played more than the 90s. That's all he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say nothing. Even before then, he was dominant. He just didn't win. What are y'all talking about? He was winning MVPs. He was winning scoring titles. He was still achieving stuff during that time too. He just didn't win. No, I didn't put it. That's what I'm saying. You try to put me in a bubble of a conversation.
No, you guys are saying he dominated more than LeBron because you're only.
I didn't say more than anybody.
You used LeBron's whole 20-year career.
Once again, you put words in my mouth. I didn't say he dominated over anybody. I said he dominated his era. Stop putting my take with other people's take. That's
what hold up. Okay, so if you're accusing me of that, can I respond? He didn't dominate more. Jordan is not the most dominant. Jordan is not the most dominant player of an era. That would still reside with either Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or LeBron James.
I guess you didn't hear what I said. I guess you didn't hear what I said. His era. I guess you didn't hear his.
I just put up an era.
SB is saying he dominated his era, and we're saying LeBron dominated his era more. That's what it is.
He said Jordan didn't dominate because he only won 6 times. I heard what he said. That's what he said.
Winning. So how LeBron dominated?
Hold up, Craig. People, I talked about how
he didn't dominate because he only won 6 times. He played in the 80s.
But Craig, I'm talking about how people
brought up winning. The first thing you said was winning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all bring up the championships. How LeBron dominated? He won 4 times. No one mentioned championships. Y'all always bring up the championships. Why? Y'all always bring up the championships. Like LeBron.
Craig, you just said how LeBron dominated winning 4 times
because he said Jordan didn't dominate his era.
You said that right after I said it as well.
He's saying that you guys use 6 years to explain why Jordan is dominant. Because outside of those 6 years,
no one said I didn't mention nothing about championship.
That's my fault. I should have clarified myself. I understand people on this platform come here like you, Craig. You don't do that. SP probably don't do that. But let's not pretend that that's not the bulk of the argument. People usually try to use 6 years and 88 to say why Jordan is the GOAT. I'm sitting here saying what I appreciate this platform for doing is because they use the entire career.
See, but that's what I'm saying. When we mentioned something Jordan did, did he win? No. So why?
No, Craig. Listen,
that's why people bring the 6-0 because y'all always
trying to say what
win
Jordan fans
in
be saying.
88. Did he win?
Listen,
Oh my
in 86, did he win?
What
So
he's
when we
trying
bring
to
up
say,
the winning, now it's a problem.
Craig, what he's trying to say is when you guys claim Jordan has a dominance over his era, it's usually used for 6 years. The 6 years is what.
Hey, Brandon, let me get up in this.
Is it 6 years or 10 scoring
Okay,
titles? Because you can't get 10 scoring titles in 6 years. I hear y'all say 10 scoring titles. Now I'm hearing 6 seasons. Which is it? Because you can't get 10 scoring titles.
That's Jordan fans
years.
keep going back and forth. But Travis,
see, hold up. The greatest of all time is the greatest
man,
coach.
let Travis go. Toy man, let Travis go. He's been waiting to talk. Go ahead, Travis.
So we're talking about the final. No, I'm just kidding.
Johnny, I want to talk about that.
I think everyone has some valid points. I think that the two other Jordan guys on here made some valid points. You just got to form it a little bit better, guys. Like
they won't let you. They keep cutting.
There's like I said, I don't think anyone's flat right wrong. Like, okay, yes, LeBron. If we're talking in terms of, I kind of players' era from when they started to when they finished or whatever. That's their era or whatever. If they interlap decades, it's almost inevitable. LeBron, for his career, yeah. I mean, numbers speak for themselves. He has tied for the most rings out of anyone who was against him. He definitely has the most MVPs and the most Finals MVPs from his era. You can say the same thing about Mike. Same thing about probably Magic in his era. Same thing, like all the GOATs have these qualifications. Kareem certainly does. Kareem has, obviously the most fun. So it's really just how you're going to, I think, what it like somebody else subs here. It's objective, it's subjective in a lot of ways because everyone's going to say, okay, I look at this guy. This is what I value in my GOAT criteria. Is it the entire thing, like who checks the most boxes? Like, yes, Jordan's tied for the most all defensive first teams with 3 other players. I don't think anyone's going to say Kevin Garnett's the GOAT. Kobe has 9. Also, Gary Payton has 9. Gary Payton, probably one of the better defensive guys, but he's not the GOAT. But again, it's everything. It's not just one thing. It's not just 2 things. It's, in my opinion, it's definitely everything. I've always said I think Jordan's the GOAT because I think he checked the most boxes, most Finals MVPs. He leads in most per game advanced analytics. Recently, he got passed by the Joker in playoff PER. No surprise there. But we'll see where he ends up in his career. Like I said, he points per game. Yeah, that's been dissected. Yes, I still think he's one of the greatest scorers ever. That speaks for itself. But he was also dominant defensively. That's when the two-way thing comes in. But he has everything else as well. It's, he doesn't have as much longevity stats as LeBron. And no, I'm definitely, like some other people said too, definitely not a knock on LeBron for playing consistently for 20 years. We saw Kareem start to trail off a little bit year 12, 13, 14 points per game. Defensively, he wasn't as a beast as it was in the 70s. But, he still ended up with the scoring title, deservedly so. Then LeBron claimed it. Fantastic. And then, obviously maybe Kareem wouldn't have sniffed 6 rings if, Magic hadn't got drafted. It's all if, ands, or buts. But at the end of the day, I think that SB Nation here or whatever, I can't even see that, like SB Sports Talk.
Yeah, just SB.
Awesome. I think he nailed it, man, when he said, and I've said this too, the top 3 guys you can go around and around and around with all day are Mike, LeBron, and Kareem for any variety of reasons, because I've always said they check most of the boxes. And like also Johnny and Brandon, everyone else says you got to have the entire career considered, not just 1, 2, 3 years. And no matter how you want to spin it, those guys all are going to be on Mount Rushmore, and they're all going to have, at worst, top 5 arguments. So it's really just how you just want to say it, man. And everyone's going to be opinionated. We're going to argue about this for forever. But the real question is, after he closes out the Heat tonight, is Joker a top 20 guy?
No.
Player?
No.
No?
Not yet.
No.
You got to put in a little more work.
No,
but yeah, but he's putting himself in that conversation.
I got something.
But Johnny, what happened with your 1-on-1, man? Who won?
Listen. What 1-on-1?
The 1-on-1. You got challenged to a 1-on-1. What happened with that?
I got challenged to what? The 1-on-1 basketball game?
Yeah, the basketball. What happened? Who won? I want to know who won.
Listen, I don't even know. I don't even know buddy like that. I don't even know what's up with him. He need to get his likes up. I don't know what he's doing. He need to get his likes up.
Oh.
I mean, that's a sad case that you have to fly to Miami to think that you're gonna play basketball versus me. Like, what is that gonna prove?
I just want to let you know I'm 40 years old, Johnny, but I still dunk on your ass, bro.
Listen, I got something for y'all because this is what y'all don't seem to understand. This is what y'all don't get about the GOAT conversation that always irked me with you guys and everybody who talks the GOAT conversation. Mm-hmm. What if I said LeBron James dominated an era that had the most transcending players of all time? That's Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. Name me another era that had 4 transcending players in it that LeBron, including LeBron. So you got to count LeBron. I didn't want to even add Iverson. I'm talking about transcending the way you play the game of basketball.
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and Kareem. That's 4 right there.
When did Kareem change the aspect in Jordan's career?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Kareem himself, he checked.
I can add Shaq because Shaq played during LeBron's career. Like they're saying, Kareem transcended the 70s. That's different. That's not Jordan's era.
And the 80s. And the 80s.
What did Kareem do from 84 and on that made him transcendent?
Scored 38,000 points.
I was going to say the only thing he did was get
he scored that before Jordan came in. Well, he was a leading scorer before Jordan came in the league. But
he didn't lead the league in scoring after 85 at all. Yeah. 80, none of that. How is Kareem a transcending player in Jordan's era? I give you Magic and Bird.
What is your definition of transcending before we even get into that?
I said change the game of
you didn't give me time. But what do you call transcending? You talk about changing the game. That's what I need to hear.
I'm glad that you just said that. See, I'm glad that you just said that. It's the same nonsense as saying Jordan dominated his era.
Oh my God! So you're not going to answer the question?
I'm just answering your question. It's a nonsense thing. That's why I brought it up. It's nonsense. I'm glad that you said that. This is what you guys fail to realize. This is what we really do in GOAT James Kingdom. We use your silly logic against you and let you tell us how stupid the logic is. Proving that everything that you tell us that make Michael Jordan the GOAT is based off of silly logic. Because I just did what you just did. Now you want me to define.
You just.
Now I got to define because I can't use stats. I can't use stats, accolades, and achievements, which is what we like to do in GOAT James Kingdom. Stats, accolades, and achievements. I would love to just stick to that, but you want to talk about dominance.
You done?
I've been very cool. Brandon had to calm me down, but I think Brandon opened up the gates again.
Are you done? Can I answer the question?
I got a threat to remove you from the panel. Be quiet.
But go ahead. Answer the question I asked.
My question. I mean, you made the rule of what I said. You said it. You said he's gonna kick people. You made the rule of what I said.
My question to you is: what are you talking about? The word transcendent, or are you talking about your version of it?
I wonder what
you said Kareem doesn't. You said Kareem doesn't fit in that your version of transcendent. So I'm asking.
No, I said Kareem's transcendent skills did not translate into Jordan's era. He played in the 70s. He transcended the league in the 70s. Jordan wasn't playing in the 70s. Just like Shaq before LeBron. Shaq transcended the league in the late 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s. That's before LeBron. I didn't add Shaq.
But you can't add Shaq. You got to add Shaq to Jordan's.
Shaq, why not? The same way you added Kareem. Why could Shaq play from 04 to 2010 with thing? He was an all-star in 2009.
But he transcended. He changed the way the NBA is played and how referees.
Before LeBron was in the league.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Hey, don't be disrespecting Shaq. He got LeBron James the most.
I didn't bring Shaq up. I didn't
about transcendent players, right?
I said in LeBron's career. I said in LeBron's era. Early in his career. Era.
Oh my God.
Oh, so you added.
This should be easy to understand. This really should be easy to understand.
You added Shaq to Jordan.
He was in Jordan's era, wasn't he?
Okay,
that's when they changed the way they ref.
Okay, so you got Shaq, Magic, and Bird. You brought up Isaiah Thomas. Anybody here think Isaiah Thomas
did try? No, he's not.
Anybody here think he's a transcendent player? Anybody?
Isaiah Thomas didn't change the way.
He's definitely not a. He definitely not.
He got the rules changed. What you talking about?
Jordan got the rules changed. Isaiah
You
Thomas
telling me Isaiah Thomas didn't transcend the way small?
Isaiah
balls play
Thomas.
for point guard?
Isaiah was. He was.
Yeah, a lot of y'all
Isaiah
damn
Thomas
right.
not a
I know what
transcending
y'all talking
player.
about.
How was he a transcending
He
guard?
was great, but
Because he
How?
was like, because during that time you had to build your. They pretty much said you only can win with a big man, and then they never
Thank
really
you.
seen nobody
You
that
gotta
small.
explain some of
league
these
win a
children, man.
championship.
Isaiah's
You
not
can
a
put him in that
transcending player.
conversation. You can put him in that conversation.
Who said I'm going to go on the basketball court and be Isaiah Thomas?
A lot of people.
Me?
Oh, you did?
I'm from
So Isaiah Thomas about to play growing up, and he's definitely not a transcendent player.
I've never heard anybody say that
Isaiah-
Isaiah Thomas is a transcendent
He
player.
definitely
Never
not a
heard
I've
transcendent
heard that
player.
either. I've heard them say,
Never to the effect of a Dirk
What do y'all have
Nowitzki.
Isaiah Thomas on the all-time point guard list?
all-time point guard list.
Yeah, well, he's on the point guard.
Second.
So about
you telling me the second greatest point guard all time, not
Nah,
transcendent?
he ain't the second greatest
No.
point guard, bro.
No, he said he's second to him.
He's
So the
second.
second
He's
greatest point
definitely
guard all time is not transcended to you.
No, that's on his list. He ain't second on my list.
Well, he got on your list.
What did he do that was transcendent? I'm still trying to figure out what
He
did he
didn't
bring
do
to the
anything
game
that's
that we've
transcendent.
Definition
never seen
transcended,
before?
bro.
What
If we're
did we
talking-
see that he brought to the game that we've never seen before?
Winning,
Crossover.
winning.
the ability to win would lead a team with a small guard. Because what other team did around that time? Everything was
great.
about a big man.
And-
What do you mean?
But hold on, they
had
played
big
great
man
team
players.
basketball in
Every
Detroit.
team
It's not
has
like
a small player.
No,
He
I'm
had
saying
big
who led the
names.
team? Who tell me one around that time who had a small guard like that led their team to a championship.
You can't.
I
Just
mean,
because
it
you
didn't
won
happen.
a title don't mean you're a transcendent player.
SP. I don't disagree with you. I'm just sitting here saying they played great team basketball in
Oh,
Detroit.
100%. And they played dirty too. They played dirty.
I'm not gonna say they didn't. That's what they did in the '80s. But you asked about my all-time point guard list. Isaiah, see, I got Magic first. Then I have Steph's gonna have to be number 2. You see what I'm saying? Then you got to have CP3 in there. What are you talking about?
Over Jason Kidd?
Man, listen, every player that I just named for LeBron James and besides Isaiah Thomas, he named players that are usually in the top 10 conversation.
You said who in the top 10 conversation?
Well, it's not Dirk Nowitzki. So I'm not gonna say Dirk Nowitzki, but Dirk Nowitzki is transcendent.
Well, you think Kevin Durant is top 10?
No, I'm saying
Kevin-
people put him.
not
He's
top 10.
transcendent. He's a transcending player. Being a 7-footer that can play the way he played the game, he's a transcendent player.
That
So
was
today's
Dirk.
players
That was
think
Dirk,
Kevin Durant's one
What
of the
about
greatest. Some
Karl
of them will tell you he's better than everybody else.
Well, if that's the case, hold on, because there's a lot more players you should be able to put in the LeBron James era. You left out Tim Duncan. You left out Manu Ginobili.
I didn't say Tim Duncan. I
Left
said
out Kawhi
Dirk
Leonard.
Nowitzki.
Left out Dame
I said
Lillard.
Dirk Nowitzki,
Left out
Kobe
Carmelo
Bryant.
Anthony. Like there's too much talent in the LeBron James era.
But those are not
say
transcendent
transcendent,
players.
bro.
I'm talking about transcendent.
Yeah, 'cause
These
you
are
can
like-
once in a lifetime.
Like
generational players.
no one would say Tim Duncan is transcendent, and he's one of the top 10 greatest players of all time. That's why we're
Yes.
saying Isaiah Thomas is not a transcendent player. That's all
Oh,
we're
wait, so
saying.
you saying you got just ability to change the game? That's it? That's what you're saying? That's
Wow.
transcendent to you? So really,
That's
that's the case.
transcending.
Then,
That's basically when they talk about transcendent players. Because if
Changed
that's
the
the
game.
case, there would be
What about
100
Malone?
transcendent
Bird
players.
changed the game.
changed-
Magic changed the game.
I'm gonna say
Jordan
only
changed the
only
game.
real people
Shaq changed the game.
change
give
the
him
game.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you could say Dirk. You could say
Dirk
Dirk,
Nowitzki,
Curry,
Kobe.
maybe Durant, maybe.
Durant and Steph and Curry.
And
That's what I said,
Steph.
those four.
That's 3. That's like 3 people.
No, Dirk,
But LeBron's not in that group.
Kobe. Listen, Dirk, Kobe.
Kobe didn't change. Kobe ain't do nothing different than what Michael Jordan did. So how he transcended, we already seen it
He
before.
did it better than Michael Jordan.
Now you talk crazy. Oh my lord, bro. Jeez, I'm grown.
I don't know about that one, but yeah, but
Again,
no.
Kobe did not play in the era where there was no other shooting guards. Kobe had to play against Allen Iverson. He had to go up against Tracy McGrady. He had to go up against a lot of great legends.
Tracy McGrady is
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's
Hall of
also in that same era. Jordan was in an era where he didn't like. If Kobe was playing in the 90s, he's winning 5
But now this
MVPs,
is
4
1-on-1
MVPs.
basketball. You just said it's not. I thought it was a team game. Like,
No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
now you gotta. Now you only good if
Kobe transcended the game. Kobe's game is beyond everything. Jordan didn't have the 3-point range like that. Kobe did everything, man. Kobe
If
transcended.
y'all
the
don't
game.
think Kobe is a transcendent player, I don't know what to say.
I didn't
I don't even know
No,
what
the
to
logic
say.
that y'all using, you talking about of changing the game, but I'm just saying Kobe is we seen Kobe already. It's Michael Jordan. That's what I'm saying.
They
The logic
talk
that y'all
about the
using.
Mamba
That's why
mentality all the time. Like Kobe is transcendent. Kobe.
I agree. I'm saying I agree that Kobe is transcendent. But I'm
What
saying the
Kobe
logic
did
that y'all
to this
using,
game.
they changed the game because what did Kobe change about the game?
But SB, see, I'm glad that you said all of this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All of this conversation is nonsense. That's why I don't sit here and tell you LeBron's the GOAT because of such silliness.
Is LeBron transcended?
Yes, he's transcended. Of course he is. But again, that's not the reason why LeBron's the GOAT.
We don't.
Like, listen, we stick to stats, like accolades, and achievements. And when like Travis was saying, if we check up all the boards, LeBron checks more than anybody else.
Anybody.
And that's key. That's what I was saying earlier. They use the career and measure it against everybody's career, not just Jordan's, but everybody's. What I noticed about people when it comes the opposite way, when it comes to Jordan, they're just trying to put Jordan over LeBron. And then they fall short because he's not going to be better than Bill Russell. He's not going to be better than Kareem. He's not going to be better than Wilt. You see what I'm saying? He falls way short. That's why I said I appreciate how they do it here, because they use the entire career, and you have to compare LeBron against every all-time great.
They do the same thing.
And what I noticed is that doesn't happen with Jordan fans. Maybe Craig can do it. Maybe you can do it. But people have fallen woefully short in these conversations, and it's kind of embarrassing, and it's very funny.
This is what I give Craig. I will give Craig this. And Craig and Ralph and Travis do this. They stick to stats. Like Travis will bring up the analytics. He'll bring up the advanced stats. He'll bring up stats, actual stats. Like he don't even bring up championships. Craig brings up championships. Craig always brings up the championships. Those are still accolades that we never deny. We never denied Jordan 6 championships.
I don't bring up the championships. I bring up the MVPs.
And 1988.
You bring up Wild LeBron.
I bring up the championship. He three-peated twice.
No, I'm saying we don't
never lost a final
repeats.
Yeah.
We don't.
Never
we
scored less than 20 in the finals.
Twice. We understand that, but Bill Russell won 8 in a row.
1 point per game.
That's why Bill Russell
none of these things. We don't dismiss none of those things. All of those things count for MJ's carear. And what we try to explain to you, when you look at everything,
don't count when you against them against somebody else. We get it.
And
no, it's not. All I'm saying is that 30.1 is 30.1. So Wilt Chamberlain averages 30.1. The same 30 points you giving Michael Jordan every game he plays, so is Wilt Chamberlain. And
Wilt averaged 54 a season, and still to be tied with someone who never did that. That says a lot about the person who could average 54 a season.
Don't say nothing about the playoff, because his playoff numbers fell.
How many players can say? And then how many other
his
players?
Playoff numbers are trash.
How many other players can say they led the league in scoring every time they won a championship?
Boy, what?
Only 2 other players did that.
Who?
Only 2 other players did that. And that's what but that's what I'm saying.
They never did it every time they won. They did it one time.
That have nothing to do with one another.
Yeah,
what does Jordan
that's
having
something to add on to why he could be? Yes.
No. What does Jordan's scoring title have to do with him being able to win a championship? Jordan could have still won 6 championships without scoring titles.
I mean, there'd be to score at the level he was scoring at. I can't necessarily say that.
Again, SB, what does Michael Jordan scoring in 82 games in the season have to do with him winning the finals?
Because he's literally scored the same way in the playoffs. Literally averaged 30 every round of the playoffs. That's saying that his scoring is very much.
But he's lost averaging 32 as well. He's lost more.
Waiting for you to say it, Johnny. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, it's not because it's 30 points. His 30 points per game is not why his team is winning. That's what
he put up 60 points against himself.
Winning because he has the best team.
Yes, but that matters too, though, because Jordan isn't what the best. The 90s Bulls the best team of all time.
No, not to me.
No.
Who you got? Maybe what?
60 Celtics is the greatest.
I was going to say those 60 Celtics is ridiculous.
Y'all got to go all the way back to the 60s to compare somebody to the Bulls team that had Jordan on it. Like, come on. You have to go to a time when there was 8 teams in the league.
He asked what's the best. So we can't go. Is it all time, or should we cut it off before?
I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying.
You gotta go back all time no more.
You gotta go back to the beginning of time.
No, I gotta go back to the team. I gotta go back to the team that's the best team. Craig, I gotta go back to the team that's the best team. They just happen to be in the 60s. They just happen to play in the 60s.
I gave the nod to that.
20 years from now, when somebody tells you Jordan's winning 6 championships because it's the 90s, what are you gonna say?
In 20 years when they said LeBron won championships because it was 2000.
You can't bring that up about the 60s, so don't bring up the 60s because it's a silly argument.
I'm just saying you got to go all the way back to find a team that was just.
I gotta go back to the actual team. I gotta go back to the actual team that's the best team.
If it was in the 2000s, I would be the same.
I don't care what era it was.
Can I get this off quick? Only reason why I picked the Boston team, those Boston teams of the 60s, is because of the team success. Now, if we're talking about the best collection of talent, that would be the Golden State. That would be the KD Warriors.
Yeah.
The only reason why I picked the Boston team. The only reason why I picked the Boston team is because of the team success. They won 8 straight. You got to give them their due. But are they better than that KD Warriors team? Hell no. I think that's the best collection of talent on the court, period. But if we're going team success, it's going to be that Boston team.
Lebron said his team will beat the Bulls. Magic said his team will beat the Bulls. Dr. J said his team will beat the Bulls. So it's everybody's opinion. It's not a fact.
What are they supposed to say?
Hell, Houston said they'll beat the Bulls.
It's just the opinion. It's not a fact.
That's what we're trying to
explain. Just say we got to go back 60 years. Don't really mean nothing.
We don't use none of this. That's what I'm saying. We don't use that. That's what I'm saying. The 2-3 piece does not. First of all, the 2-3 piece is
There's
not better
no
than
fact that the Bulls had the greatest team of all time. That's what we're saying.
I mean, they was the team that won the most regular season games as an
NBA franchise, or you talking about individual?
I mean,
They won, yeah.
Golden State won more games than them.
They didn't win the championships.
They won more games.
That's a team success, right? The championship.
Y'all don't bring. He didn't even bring that team up. He said,
"Hold up,
I'm just saying, like they won more games. So winning
regular season, that doesn't translate to the playoffs and the championship, Craig. They just won the most games in the regular season. So
and
they
won the most games out of any team in history that season. Because not only when they won 72 games, they still had to win 15 to win the title.
Yeah. Hold on,
they didn't play a LeBron.
That's 87 wins in one season. How many other teams can say they won 87 games in one season?
Hey, when you're talking about that Bulls team and you're talking about that regular season accomplishment, cannot add in the playoffs and the finals. The Golden State Warriors have the most regular season wins.
Golden State won more than 87 games.
They won 88.
With the championship?
Now
I'm just talking about the regular season wins.
No,
but still.
I mean, listen. If we go by regular season wins, obviously the best team is this 2016. But if we go by the whole season, counting postseason, like Craig said, you want to count championships, then yeah,
it's the Bulls,
the best team.
I mean,
but again, the '96 Bulls is a super team. We keep telling y'all that.
That's like y'all saying the season and the playoffs is separately. That's like saying the scoring and winning is separately, right?
It is. But it is. Scoring title is different than winning a championship. Just because you go the scoring champ doesn't mean it's going to lead you to a championship.
But it did.
Jordan just happened to win the scoring title when he was on the best team and won a championship. That's it. Because he won the scoring title 4 other years and lost those years. So it clearly didn't have nothing to do with him scoring titles. Scoring titles got nothing to do with you winning championships. Nothing.
But
so you don't think the Bulls would have won the championship if Jordan didn't score at the level he did?
Yeah, they could still win the championship. If
Jordan still would have won. Scoring
titles, they
still would have won.
Of course not.
We gotta stop acting like Jordan played great.
Jordan averaged 27 points per game in the finals and won the title, so he didn't have to score 35 points per game.
On the Bulls
what did he average for the whole playoff run? Wait, no. What did he average for the whole playoff run?
Pippen,
they didn't need nobody else to
score 30 points per game to win a title. Simple as that.
They didn't need Jordan to score 27 because
27 in the finals. But what?
Because that was Jordan's role. Jordan's role was to fill up the bucket. It's not like today's NBA where you have.
Why do we bring up the 55 games in '94 when Pippen had his team to himself and he only averaged one more point than he did with Jordan?
Hold on, wait, Twin Man, what were you gonna say? I want to get into that.
He averaged 22 without Jordan.
And everybody else on the team averaged more without Jordan because Scottie Pippen passes the ball. Jordan doesn't.
Hey, Brandon.
And they lost.
Yeah.
And Jordan lost every time without Pippen in a good team. Like, it doesn't matter. He still swept the team that year. Jordan's never swept the team.
Craig, the regular season, them folks lost 2 less games without Jordan averaging 27 points per game. And you're saying that's an embarrassment to Pippen?
I'm saying what happened to the championship? They won championship. They talk about championships with Jordan on the roster. Y'all talk about 55 games.
We're talking about Jordan will average 0 points in their win. Okay, championship roster. Scottie Pippen alone. Listen, Scottie Pippen alone doesn't make the Bulls the best team. Michael Jordan alone doesn't make the Bulls
the best. They didn't.
We know. We always say it's Pippen and Jordan, but we seen both of them not win championships because we seen what Pippen did when he inherited a championship team.
But Craig,
we never seen Jordan inherit a championship team. We never seen.
The whole point is not a championship team without Jordan there. That's what we're saying. They're not a championship team without Jordan there.
And they're not a championship team without Scotty. Because if Scotty leaves in 99, you guys admit they're not a championship team in 99.
Now here we go with the if. Here we
Craig, but here's the thing, Craig.
When Scottie Pippen leaves in 99 and Michael Jordan
I just got
in
one
99, are the Bulls a championship team in 99?
If we won't know, just like you said, we won't know if he would have won 8 straight if he didn't retire. I'm not going by hypothetical.
I just got one question.
99, if Pippen was still there, 99,
Jordan without his championship team.
That Bulls team didn't even make the playoffs.
No, because they lost players. They would have had everybody else besides Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson. Kerr would have came back.
I just have one question. I just have one question, and it's always the same.
Championship contending team in '99 with just Michael Jordan, no Scottie Pippen.
What'd you say? I couldn't because I was.
You said no, right, SB?
They won. That team won 13 games, I believe. What? Like, how many games they won? Like 17 games.
No, they're gonna have everybody. No, because they didn't have Jordan, Harper, Kerr, all those guys left.
I mean, but sometimes the logic y'all be used. They say the teams got worse when LeBron left and the whole team be gone, but y'all don't bring that up. So why y'all?
What whole team was gone? I don't know what whole team was gone from 010 to 2011. What whole players was gone?
No, but I don't necessarily think so. I think if they would be a championship team, no. Maybe they make the playoffs, but they wouldn't be.
Thank you. So that's what I'm trying to say. So again, Michael Jordan was the league MVP in '98. He was the scoring champ in '98. He was all defensive first team, all NBA first team, and all he would have lost was Scottie Pippen, and his team is no longer a title contender because again, the Bulls won championships because they were the best team, not because Jordan was averaging 30 points per game.
It seemed like it just seemed like to me
with Jordan.
Yeah.
Here, Johnny.
Because like if you do that with any star, like you take their second player away, the Cavaliers is the Cavaliers still good without Kyrie Irving? Is the Heat still good without D Wade?
We know that, but
Johnny,
SB, we know that. We don't
win the championship level team though.
Championships without players.
They was a championship level, but they was in the finals. All right, go ahead, Travis. Go ahead, Travis.
So Johnny,
that Cavs team was better.
I agree.
That's what you're saying.
They were not better. Go ahead.
No. I agree.
They went to the finals.
Go ahead.
Well, was they better without Kyrie Irving?
Of course
they're not better. Of course not.
They got swept in the finals.
Go ahead, Travis.
They made it to the
shouldn't
finals.
have been there. They got swept.
So
they went there.
You're right.
They got swept.
They went there. They went there.
So swept in the finals. That means you didn't belong there.
They got swept.
You get swept in any round, that means you don't belong there. First round,
85 and 86 don't count. I mean, 86, 87 don't count then, right?
Yeah,
he got swept.
The playoffs. That's what
he should have been in the playoffs.
It's the same thing.
I like that. Keep 10 toes down. 10 toes down. Go ahead.
Johnny, so I agree
I'm not
with.
No biased person. I keep it straightforward. You know.
Yeah, if you get swept, you don't
I'm not
belong
a Jordan
in that
fan
round.
or LeBron fan. I have no question to race.
Like, come on. If you get swept in any round, you don't belong there.
Go ahead, Travis. Go ahead, Travis, please, brother. I'm listening.
So before that, going back to your, So they probably didn't need, Jordan could have scored a little bit less more, and they still won the championship, sure, but. After 98, he retired. He was still shooting over 51% from the field. And that's, again, taking mostly Jays. 46%. So I'm like,
Jordan was.
So after he retired from the Bulls the second time, his career average is over 51% before the Wizards years. But what I'm saying is.
He was 46%, but he wasn't shooting a high percentage.
No, he was saying.
I'm saying his career field goal percentage is over 51%.
Yeah, if he would have came back at 99, it would have been lower than 46.
Sure, but here's my point. My point is, and this goes for every great volume shooter, including LeBron. When you have a guy on your team who can get you 25 to 30 points, and they're still wildly efficient doing it, that's scary. Not every team had that in any decade. And that's why you see, Magic couldn't have done it. I don't believe, if he would have tried to be that guy, he's great at what he did. Maybe Bird could have done it. LeBron did it, has done it. Mike did it. I'd say Kobe circa through 2010 was doing it to some degree. But when you have those guys, could they tone it down a little bit and be more of a focus on rebounding, assists, get those up? Maybe. But when they're able to do that, that's a commodity. And you don't have that in every team. That's why that's a huge factor why they won, especially if they're locked down on the other end too. But when you have that, it takes away so that you don't have to rely on, where are we going to find this 15 to 20 points again? You don't have to drop as many plays. You don't have to wonder where that production is going to come from each and every time. That's why I'm not going to say that translated to all their success. And the only reason, like you said, they had great team chemistry, fantastic. No one's denying that ever.
I'll
Same thing with
to play devil's advocate though, because I'm looking at it now too. So say if you take Jordan best years, like you said, and not counting the Wizards years, and he averages 51. But if you take LeBron, I'm looking at right now. If you take LeBron from his second year Cleveland, when he started get to his point 27, and to his last year Cleveland before he went to the Lakers when downfall, he's shooting 51% from the field too. So his shooting percentage is still the same high too at his peak too. So
I get what Travis was saying about the 51%. He's basically saying listen, Jordan is an efficient player. So Jordan's, his 30 points per game. Even if he shot less, you got to remember Jordan's still 51% shooting, and I get him on that.
Jordan was not a 51% shooter later in his career.
After
96, he was under 50%.
He ended his career. But this is what I'm trying to say. What you guys don't understand is that the reason the Chicago Bulls were able to win so many championships is because, for one, they were one of the best defensive teams of all time. Does Jordan have something to do with that? Yes. I'm not going to act like Jordan didn't have nothing to do with them being a great defensive team. But two is because they were an efficient team in general. They had a lot of good shooters, efficient players. Horace Grant is efficient. Scotty is efficient. Kerr is efficient. Craig Hodges, efficient. Paxson, efficient. Cartwright, efficient. All of these guys are efficient players on the Bulls, and that's why they were able to win so many championships, because they can keep you from scoring while they themselves can be efficient at scoring. And then you have Michael Jordan, who's one of the greatest scorers of all time. So if you really need a bucket, you could always give Mike the ball. So I get what you're saying. But again, the idea that Jordan is winning scoring titles is why the Bulls were able to win 6 championships. That correlation should not be put together. It has nothing to do with one another. Jordan's a great scorer, but he could have averaged 25 points per game, and the Bulls would have still won those championships because the Bulls were that good of a basketball team. They had
sure, that's debatable, but I would never say that him winning scoring titles is the reason they won. I mean, that's
I can tell you what. I'm gonna give
his scoring ability.
I'm gonna give it to you right now.
His scoring ability is tough.
The three series Michael Jordan played against the Detroit Pistons between 1988, 1989, and 1990.
I know what you're gonna say.
Michael Jordan averaged 30 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 47% from the field.
Great stat line.
And it's a great stat line. But they lost all 3 series. The next time they played him in 1991, they swept him. Michael Jordan averaged 30 points per game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 53% from the field. So again, the Bulls played better defense and were more efficient, and that's how they were able.
Well, so their team had matured quite a bit too.
That's what I'm saying, but Jordan was more efficient. Everybody else was more efficient. That's what I'm saying. So Jordan's 30 points per game never could really just always get them over the hump.
Yeah, that's why you don't need somebody dropping 50 because then your team's one dimensional.
He averaged 30 though.
But that's what I'm.
He still scored at the level that he scores at. That's what I meant by him scoring.
I'm giving you 4 series, right, where he averaged 30 points per game. And he lost 3 of them.
Yeah.
Sure. You could say that about anyone.
And the one that he won was the one that he was the most efficient in, and also his team was efficient also as well. That's what I'm trying to say.
We can literally look at Steph Curry before and after KD. And when he shot less, they won more, and it was easier, and he did less. You didn't even got to go back and look at Jordan because sometimes
you can't really use them though. That was just OP. That's a different entity though with that one. With the Warriors thing. That was just
you do know the Warriors.
No, but the idea that you guys think the Bulls had no one else that can give the Bulls 5 or 6 more points.
Right.
Like I said,
Scotty, no.
No one said that.
All of those guys can give them.
But no, hold up. That's the thing. The thing is, people really do make it seem like on those championship Bulls team it's because Jordan was walking on water, taking every shot, and was doing everything. No, he had really good fucking players on his team. You had some of the best
top 10 draft picks
ever on your team. Like you had the best European player at the time on your team. Like
that person could have been there in 91.
It doesn't matter.
It's overlooked to make it come in 91.
I ain't hear Craig. What Craig say in 91?
Kokosch was drafted in 91. He didn't come to the Bulls until 94.
I get you, but here's the thing.
Because of
the Bulls, though, right? He came to the Bulls, though, right?
You see, he showed up after Jordan left, right?
Yeah, he was scared of him.
And he's still the best European player at the time, right?
Or a great teammate. That's why. because Jordan's a horrible teammate. That's why.
Okay. Well, he got him his only taste of victory while he was in the league playing with Jordan.
This man
Because he
was
ain't
the
do
best
shit on the
player in
Bucks.
Europe. He didn't care. That's why he said forget Jordan.
Kukoc was the second best player on Philly when they had that best record
You're spending $150 on a pair of Jordans. He told you, I don't care to play with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna keep winning championships over here. He don't care about Jordan.
My shoes ain't got nothing to do with what he did in the 90s.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is that Jordan was so disdained that even Kukoc was like, I don't want to play with this guy. I don't want to.
But he did play, and he won 3 championships with that guy. He went to Milwaukee and Philly. He couldn't win nothing.
That's fine.
But he was in Philly with the best record in the league before he got hurt, and they traded him.
Championship.
But that's the thing. If he didn't get hurt, he would have still been on that Philly team that went to the championship.
Michael Jordan
But
doesn't win
but see, hold up.
And he's had 30 points per game more than 6 years. He's only had a good team for 6 years. That's what I know.
But Craig, you said that like Jordan. You said that like Jordan left the Bulls, went to the Wizards, and did something. Jordan went to the Bulls.
Yeah, he
when that great team broke up, none of them did shit.
Jordan was washed in Washington. I said it. I've been saying it for years. He was washed in Washington. That's what the wash comes from.
I like that
Washington.
point. I like that point you put on. He definitely was washed in Washington for sure.
Yeah, only Jordan could be washed, and everybody.
Shiloh said he was still the best player on the team.
What? I mean, who was on the team?
I'm about to say he picked.
Rip Hamilton was on the team. Stackhouse was on the team. I thought he was the same amount.
Rip got traded.
Rick was there the first year. Rick was there the first year. And he was scoring the same amount as Jordan with less shots. Stackhouse was on the team. He was scoring more than Jordan with less shots. But Shiloh said that Jordan was better than them. Although they did less, they scored the same amount of points.
I mean, for him to be in the conversation, even is the best player on the team at that, like how he.
It wasn't a conversation. That's the problem.
It really wasn't.
Some people believe it, but I ain't this.
He was only honestly in the conversation for name recognition only. Let's be real here.
That's it.
He was only there for name recognition too. He was
only there for. We agree. The only reason why he was in any conversation because of what his name was. Like, let's be real. I'm not saying Jordan was a bum on the Wizards, but he wasn't Jordan.
Michael Jordan went back to score 30,000 points.
That doesn't mean he wasn't their best player.
Michael Jordan wanted to make sure he was in the 30,000 club. He wanted to pass Wilt Chamberlain. As soon as he passed Wilt Chamberlain, he said, "I'm done." Yeah. That's why he.
That's what it was.
I mean, no.
Hey, where do you guys put this Nuggets team when they win today?
He wasn't.
Well, Shiloh. He definitely didn't go win, Shiloh. Because you're gonna tell me Jordan went to go win in Washington? Is that what you're gonna tell me, Shiloh?
No, he definitely didn't. Because he absolutely win.
Okay.
Because he failed at that.
I just more points to his resume.
He went to go write off his salary and taxes by donating it to the 9/11 victims. That's why he went to
add more points to his resume.
Hey, where do you guys put this Nuggets team all time when they win today?
Oh, they're not even the top. They're not even top 10.
Yeah, this is a great team.
Why would they be
whoa! That we ain't gonna do that.
Are we gonna give them an asterisk? No, we're not doing none of that, right? They consider it's going to be a legit championship, right? Ain't going to be no talk about
They valid.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Look at the names that he beat.
First of all, let's did that. It's two narratives that need to be did when it comes to basketball. Super teams, that super teams exist, they do not exist, and that is actually a championship. That's a championship.
That's unfortunate, but there's hundreds and hundreds of people who keep saying
that's the two dumbest things you can say. Because when you go, like especially with this bubble thing, y'all keep talking this bubble ring. If you go look over LeBron resume, it don't say bubble championship or asterisk, it say champion. You don't see nothing say super teams when they say that he's a super team. It was not a super team.
See, this is what I don't understand.
Look at the Celtics. Every player, look at the Bulls of the 90s. All
they are asterisks. When you don't play a full 82 game season, your title is an asterisk. I don't care.
Full crap.
No, man.
LeBron got 2 asterisk titles.
All I gotta say here is say, I would think there and say 2020.
The real question is where do you put my Miami Heat after we come back 3-1 and win this championship?
Wait, I have an answer for you, Johnny. So I was thinking about this last night.
I hate to say it. I'm gonna tip my cap to Johnny real quick. If they pull that off, that is the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. It's better than 2016.
No, this
here's a take for you.
If he capped this one, this would be the greatest playoff. This would be the greatest playoff run of all time if he came back 3-1.
I won't go that far. I'd say it's the greatest comeback in Finals history. I'd say that.
Go ahead, Travis.
So what do you guys think about this? I was thinking last night that these Nuggets, they remind me a lot of the 2001 Lakers, where you have arguably the best existing 1-2 punch in Jokic and Murray. And then if you look back on a lot of those playoff runs the Lakers did, just that during that three-peat, their role players were stepping up and hitting enormous shots. Like all the time. You had Ori, Shaw, Fox, Fisher. Those guys were dogs. And like they would hit, like teams would try to come back and they would hit just run killing jumpers or threes or whatever too. Like the Nuggets have done that better this postseason than I've seen almost any team do. Like they would answer runs, any team come back. Lakers try to come back, they hit a tough clutch shot. Heat, same thing. It's just like they squelch you out, they play defense, and they just answer. They never fold. Like there hasn't been a series of games where I've seen them be like, well, man, they're playing down their competition. They just answer you. And they give me shades of the 01 Lakers a lot. I'm gonna get
a Nuggets they flowers for real though, because the Nuggets have been in the top of the league the whole year. They haven't had that lull where it was like they were gonna lose that first seed. They've been the top team from beginning to end. They've had the best player from beginning to end.
It was the Pelicans in the beginning of the season, and then they took over the Pelicans.
Nobody cares.
I'm about to go ahead and head off.
I'm just saying the Pelicans was in first place.
We've been on for 2 hours.
We gotta get going. We did go to 2 hours, fellas. We did go over 2 hours, fellas. Look, Shiloh, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you coming up, man. You did
barbecue chicken.
SB, we'll do a special show for you. I got something. We'll talk. You and I will talk.
I thought we was
You and I will talk. We'll set up. I have a special show.
I thought we had the same understanding last week when you said you wanted to come on and get this debate on. But apparently you didn't want to debate what we've been debating. It's cool.
SB, do you have a YouTube channel or what are you on?
Yeah, he has YouTube.
Yeah,
TikTok,
it's cool. You didn't want to debate.
I'm gonna subscribe to
that. Good job today, even though everyone was over talking you. Good job, man. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for standing 10 toes down with everything you said. Good job coming on. It's a lot better in those comments than when you on live. So
who was the third person I was supposed to have?
He never showed up. Listen,
Gary, this dude named Gary, he's supposed to show up, but of course
what I will do is on Friday nights, I'm going to set this up. I'm going to have basically exposing a Johnny. You guys are going to come up and you guys can challenge me one-on-one. There's going to be nobody to talk. I'm going to give you the platform. I'm going to set it up. I'm actually setting up that segment so we can have an extra platform for you guys to come challenge me specifically. I'm going to call it Friday Night Exposure, and you get to come expose a Johnny Bakari.
I'm coming to Miami next to hoop you out, just like Buddy did on the streets. I'm coming to Miami next. I'm out here. I'm with the ball.
No state to visit no man.
Ain't no warming up, no nothing.
Real quick.
I am not going to any state to visit no man.
Brandon,
especially Miami.
This is the third week in a row, bro. Y'all done brought somebody up here, man. It's been barbecue chicken. I need Craig. You need to get here earlier.
I would give Shiloh
They need y'all help. They need y'all help, bro.
Way better than the other ones.
It's bad. The barbecue chicken is bad. 3 weeks in a row, barbecue chicken. They need help.
All three of them explain why they like Michael Jordan over LeBron James, but none of them explain why Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Exactly.
So,
because you keep cutting us off.
Y'all have a great
chicken. Barbecue chicken, bro.
Kingdom show. We'll see y'all next Sunday, noon Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you catch us on TikTok, Facebook,
bring the Lowrys,
Instagram, Twitter.
Bring the big sweet baby Rays.
Y'all holla, come through. We got merchandise. We got perks for y'all. SB will be talking soon. Thanks for everybody that showed up. Thanks to everybody that's in the comments. Shout out to everybody. Brandon, enjoy your Sunday. Y'all boys be good. Shiloh, thank you. SB, thank you. Twin Man, Dex, Travis, Craig. This is GOAT James Kingdom. Y'all